Salem witches.
Wrong Salem, but still not wrong.
Extras from The Craft.
The Craft 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
I want to share a couple things. Is the person logged in? Yep.
Where is the Ishmael?
He is on a high. He had a dentist appointment this morning and told me like 2 weeks ago he probably wouldn't be here, and he may be on a hiatus.
I'm glad he's finally getting his mouth checked out. It's been bothering him for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
It's just, dentist.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm assuming he's getting some like root canal done or some bullshit where you feel like shit all day. Although for me, I mean, if it was done like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I can see why he's not here. If he's on like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'd be popped up on some Tylenol or some painkillers, and I'd be wanting to play. Not run, but I'd be wanting to play. I open a picture and a new entry into someone's known NPC. So if it's not you, sorry.
Aww.
Let me see. What
I think it'd be funny if you
else?
did that and popped up in everyone's except one person.
Can't do that. I can give them to you all or one at a time. Since Fable won't learn how to code extensions, he won't do nothing for me.
Now he'll do some stuff for you.
Well, yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now.
All right. Who would like to do a recap of last session?
I have to remember what the hell we even did last session.
I single-handedly killed a dragon turtle.
Single-handedly got toasted by a dragon turtle.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even bloodied.
Single-handedly avoided a dragon turtle steam breath like a bullet in the Matrix.
But no, I took the full brunt of the blast. I just still wasn't bloody.
I was talking about me. Not everything's about you, Kruger.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we revealed the freshest layer of skin.
People say salt water is the best exfoliant, but no, it's actually boiling water.
Boiling salt water.
Boiling salt water.
Orcs are like onions. They just have layers of skin.
If that water was boiling, it had to be some pretty hot shit because salt water has a higher boiling point.
So if he takes damage now, what we have to do is just keep peeling until we get to the good layer.
That's what orcish ferocity actually is. You immediately develop another layer of skin.
You like shedding the old one like
He's
a freaking crustacean?
Like a chameleon. His skin just peels off, and like a snake or something, and the new one comes out.
Yeah, it's like a fucking crab, and now he's temporarily vulnerable to predators for an hour until he heals.
So you just throw it off like a loose hoodie, and then the new layer of skin has to dry, and then it's good to go.
Like Chetney's transformations.
Yeah.
Just rip off the gnome and suddenly werewolf.
Alrighty. Since no one's volunteering to do a recap, you all die.
Yay, new characters. I have one ready.
I do have one in mind.
Same.
You don't even have the current one in mind.
No, both Mystic and Naughty both have a backup character.
Yep. Because neither one of us were confident our characters were going to live through a couple sessions.
48 hit
A
points.
while ago, I asked them both to not like a new character, but a new a character concept.
Because Glizzik's going to get written into being the villain and become an NPC, and Galgrim's just going to die.
Don't spoil the ending.
Well, I mean, I can see it from a mile away, Naughty.
But if he becomes the villain, doesn't it make him the good guy?
Nope.
Newell's the good guy all the time.
Villains can be against other villains.
All right. Since we did not do this last time, and I mentioned it last time, well, let me do the recap, and then we'll go into the second part.
That's right.
So last time, you guys did a small battle against a dragon turtle. Yes, Raz, everyone put their hero points to 1.
I only just saw it.
I wish there was a button I could push and that would automatically do that. There's an extension you should write, Kruger.
Get on, Fable. Get on, Fable.
You could probably
All
put that up and
characters,
sell
hero
for
points
like
equal
$1.
1.
It's probably something freaking simple. Just a button I push and it does it.
With some of the other stuff I've seen out of this client, I'm sure it's possible.
Oh yeah. You can pretty much automate anything you want, I'm sure, in it if you can figure out how to code it right. But we're not about that. So you guys down there trying to figure out how to get this statue up, and you're not sure if that was the cargo or not they were talking about. It turned out it was. While you were hauling the statue up and riding along, kind of like like kings hanging on there, this little image appeared, got closer, bit the rope, and took off with the statue and several people attached. It turns out to be a large turtle, or also known as a dragon turtle. A little bit different than a turtle. Some spells were cast, giving people some crazy underwater swim speeds. Gallium threw something on Krug, I believe, and Glizik threw something on Zakara, I believe.
And I forgot to throw something on Glizik before he got toasted.
And you guys were running around, ran up there, started beating on this turtle. It kind of got pissed, looked back, breathed some what you think would have been like scalding hot water, but it kind of loses its image underwater. Still hit all of you. Several you took no damage by some grace of God. I believe the cat nimbled underneath. Raz hid behind the statue. Everyone else took some form of damage from it. It kept going away. You guys stayed with it. In like 3 rounds, you pretty much killed it. And then rode it down to the bottom of the sea again.
I'm going to talk about the part where I stopped it in its tracks.
Well, if you wanted to glorify yourself, you should have done the recap.
I started, and then you said, well, no one wants to do it, so...
You didn't start? You didn't start shit?
Yeah, I said I killed the dragon turtle.
Oh, okay. As you guys split up to do some various tasks, Glizik was harvesting dragon pieces. Raz was retrieving dragon blood. Valis fixed the rope. Kruger just kind of wandered off on his own. He must have a nose for treasure. I believe Zakara was aiding somebody, and Galgrim. I can't remember what you were doing. You may have been aiding someone too, or were you a shark at that point? Oh no, you went up to the boat to tell them to move a couple hundred yards to the one side. With some decent rolls, Kruger did manage to find the lair, and get the boat over there, and they started start pulling the statue back up. Galgan came down with Kruger, and they managed to fit all the coins and stuff that they could find into the 2 bags of holding, which, if you look in the party inventory, the money is all there. Along with a few items that were found. You guys took the quick, past time pretty quick after that. It was 2 days back to the cove. You guys got in there. Kruger was Galgrim was looking and made a good perception check and saw the dead meat's name on the back of the one boat. Kruger almost ran off to start a fight, but then, being how there were guards waiting to escort you guys and someone reminding him of the rules and the punishments, you guys went back and met with the leader guy who spoke with you before. You gave him the staff. He gave you a little bit extra gold, and he gave you all a coin that when you picked it up, it grew warm for a moment. You're not really sure what happened, but when you hold it and think and concentrate on it, it does glow, and you are now members of the Cove. As you were kind of leaving that area into the general populace, you going down into.
Cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. How am I? When did I cut out?
As you were leaving that area.
Oh, okay. You guys went down into the general populace. You went down into there, where some of the buildings and shops start up. Kruger just kind of stops, looks around, and heads straight for a bar. Without saying a word, you guys just kind of go, okay, kind of follow him in. And pretty much that's where we're picking up. You guys entering the bar. That's where we will pick up here in a minute. But before that, let me find my information.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Now, I got some questions here we talked about before I wanted to try. What this
What
does,
session number is this, by the way?
it told you when you logged in.
I don't read that
38.
shit.
No, it's actually 37.
Last week was 37.
37. I'm
We
not
didn't play
old.
last week.
Or the 18th was 37.
18 and 37 are not the same number.
1837. A very good year. I remember it well.
That's when AD&D first came out.
Yep. I started playing when I was 5.
Well, hell, my notes are wrong then.
So is it 38?
Yes,
God damn it. That took so much adjusting in my spread in my
I'm sure
Google
it did.
sheet.
All
I had
right.
session
Well, you should have had it right.
37,
You should
then
have had it right the
38,
first time.
and then I had 17 written down.
So this is how it's gonna go. I want each of you to roll me a 20-sider,
In secret or just out there?
just out in the open.
Familiars too.
No.
Wow, that's awful. We're all going to die.
All these sub 10.
What do you mean we?
Wow.
Looks at a 16 and expert at least in every saving throw. With the
All right.
physical
I
stats
need
to back it up.
Zakara and Galgrim to roll a second one for a tiebreaker.
Right in the middle.
What is this, AC2C? Higher or lower?
Mystic.
I did. I rolled one.
Well, yeah.
Apparently, it didn't
Yeah,
register. It was a 14.
No,
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't.
19.
It was
You're better.
No, you rolled a 6.
I rolled a second die when you asked for it, and I saw it
Oh.
roll right next to the Sakaras at the same fucking time on the screen.
It didn't come up on the side.
Yeah, which is why I wasn't paying attention because I was waiting for you to say whatever you're saying.
Oh, gotcha. I was waiting for you to roll.
Yeah, because I had already rolled it, it just didn't populate or whatever. And it was a 14, but I'll take the 19. That's fine because it does the same thing for a tiebreaker.
Alrighty. So, we're going to go from high to low. So, Kruga, you are first.
Wee.
Now, I am going to trust you guys for honesty here, because I have no way to really, enforce it. I will ask Kruga a question. Kruga will have 1 minute to answer. You get one answer. If you are correct, the party gets a point. If you miss it, party gets a 0 point. I don't have rewards figured out yet, but what it'll be items that the party can purchase. Like maybe like extra hero points, healing potions, various things such as that. Now, these questions are not going to be hard, but they're not going to be necessarily easy. They are based on everyone's character and your backstories.
Wee.
So the more you share, the better off people are prepared to answer these questions.
Sargon's had enough of our holding it to our chest bullshit.
Well, whoever gets a question about Galgrim's backstory, I'm sorry.
Fine.
All right. Well, some of them are about like adventures we've had, different history things that there are. Please don't help each other. If you shout out or I can find out that you're helping them, it will be disqualified. But so Kruga, I need you to start off by rolling 3d6.
216. That's his unit number.
No, that's how long my unit is.
House across the street just went dark completely. Maybe they should pay their bill. I mean, all the lights in the house are off.
He just blew a fuse.
Something, like the main breaker or something. Wow. All right, Kruger, you ready for your question?
I'm looking back at my notes and like, my notes should be better. But yeah, go ahead.
Now, these questions can be about yourself, could be about someone else, and sometimes it's random. This is bullshit. So, of course, Kruger would roll one by himself. So, Kruger, you have 1 minute. The question is, who is Kruger searching for?
Kane.
I hate you.
I did it. I knew my own character, guys.
What? Oh, I'm going to fail then.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be the only point we're getting tonight.
Now, Zargan, would he get partial credit if we said that troll-looking girl? Or is it all or nothing?
I feel like that'd be
We did-
fair. To like,
If
have
we
It's
one
didn't
or
remember
subjective.
the exact name, okay.
No, I mean, but some questions you have to know the exact name. Some it does, or maybe even like a half point.
I mean, you could describe a lot of other stuff about her, maybe to help your case or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Galgrim, you're next. Roll me 3d6 because I have 18 questions at the moment.
Get the same number, buddy.
Oh, nice. You should get this one, Galgrim. Are you ready for your question, sir?
Oh God. Go for it.
Galgrim, what was the name of the ogre that died serving Kruger?
$404 Galgrim not found.
Yeah, fucking.
Gotta know you ate him.
I know. Why is fucking Glizzik's girlfriend popping into my head for a name and not the fucking ogre?
Because that was.
You mean Glizzik's boyfriend?
It is an answer.
Leave the no out of this.
I don't fucking remember. It was like Thag or something stupid like that.
You get one guess.
I'm just gonna go with Thag because I can't think of anything else.
That is
I know it's
correct.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Phone a friend.
Must have made an impression when he threatened to eat him.
You guys are 2 for 2. Zakara, you're next.
You can
Roll
look
that
at our notes,
3d6.
right?
Yes, you may look at your notes.
Quick screen share notes.
Nope, you
This
can't
one-
have number 9.
Is this where we make a shared Google Doc where we all type in our notes into it?
Nope. Roll again, Zakara.
No one can choose 1 or 2. I rolled the average choice.
Come on, roll again. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Oh, this is bullshit as well. All right, Zakara. You have 1 minute. You ready?
Yes.
Who is Zakara's vampire friend?
I think his name was Ferris.
That would be correct. This is bullshit.
I feel like maybe people shouldn't get questions about their own character.
Why? I guarantee you, if I ask certain people about their backstory, they won't know it. Besides,
First of
this is
all,
like
I know my backstory better than you do, bitch.
I didn't say any names. Besides, this is like round 1. This is like easy shit.
I hope
Alright.
you get a daily double.
You guys are 3 for 3. Glizzik, you are up, sir.
Yeah. No pressure. First time we lose points.
Roll that 3d6.
High numbers,
Ooh.
baby.
Well, this is kind of a bullshit one for you, but not completely. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. What god does Kruger and Glizik pray to?
That would be the Reaper.
That would be correct. 444. All right, Raz, roll that 3d6.
Combo breaker.
Wow. This is bullshit. You guys are all rolling ones for yourselves.
I didn't roll one for myself.
You are the only one.
Hey, and I got it.
Part of the ogre is still inside of you digesting, so it kind of is you.
All right, Raz, are you ready for your easy question?
Yes, I am an alchemist.
Wrong.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Who did Razavir scry?
Oh, I gotta remember who I actually did.
See? Told you guys.
Yeah. I think I remember all these little details.
I remember who showed up in the scry. I don't remember who he did though.
It was Rebecca.
It was the girl, right?
Yes.
I was trying to remember if it was her
Rebecca.
or somebody else, but I did Rebecca first because I didn't have enough gold to do the second person.
Nice. So we completed round 1 of 32.
Oh, there's not necessarily a number of rounds, but
By the way, Zargan, you can have us roll a d18.
okay, whatever.
It's much like it's actually an even distribution, whereas 3d6 is going to put us toward the middle. And like Sun said, you can't get 1 or 2.
Maybe you can't. My rolls are pretty bad sometimes.
All right. You guys earned 5 points tonight.
You heard him, 5 hero points.
That's not what I said. So probably next time we play, I'll have a list of some low-level rewards. And as you guys keep saving points, rewards will get more expensive, but the better. Rewards must be spent at the beginning or the end of a session. So we can't you can't just do it in the middle. Oh no, we want to buy that now. Nope, doesn't. That's not how it's gonna work. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and pick up with you guys walking in behind Kruger into the bar.
And as a refresher, we just basically see him just like hard turn towards it. And...
Yeah, you guys go out into where the caves are opening up into some shops and stuff, and he kind of stops there and stands, like looks around as you all do. And then
I'll be right back. I'm going to get in character.
I was going to get a drink.
Mm-hmm. I would like to argue that Raz and Glizik don't walk into the bar. They are much too short that we go under.
True. I believe Zakara may have spotted him, a strange look on his face last time. But and then he just kind of looks around for a minute. You're not sure if he sees something or what. He obviously sees a bar and kind of makes a beeline right for the little pub. While he's gone, I'll shovel some more food, shovel some more dinner in my mouth.
Rob, 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 rob.
I have my RP juice.
Is that supposed to be Glizik?
Yeah, it's a little goblin, the little rubber D&D ones that they used to have
Ah,
at like the little toy stores. I got a whole
Yep.
set of them on the book.
nice. All right, so you guys kind of hurry up to catch up to Kruger as you guys walk into the bar. What are you guys doing?
As far as I know, he's just coming in here for a stiff drink after that clusterfuck that we were just through.
Apparently.
Do I see the two guys?
Raz,
the
now
right
that
document.
we're flush with coin, we could get some good food, too. We're back for some of that dragon's blood pudding or whatever it was.
Yes, you do, Kruger.
This particular blood is going to be used for those crystals I found they found the formula for, ideally.
Oh, you might be able to get some of the blood out of the meat that I harvested too. I don't know how much there is inside of it.
Just
but,
wring it through a clothes wringer.
It also
Yeah.
tenderizes it.
Yeah.
Push the meat through a cheesecloth.
Just smacking it with a sledgehammer, just catching the runoff.
I'm a master in athletics. I might be able to pull that off.
Steamroll it across the meat.
If you took like a side of dragon turtle, Kruger could work out on it, but no one did. Yes,
Have to keep it
Kruger.
in with
As you walk in, you quickly your eyes adjust to the little bit of more light in here than there is outside. You look around, and you see the three of them just sitting down at a table, and one of them calls out for some grog.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's three. I recognize two of them, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
I'm going to go over to the table, and I'm going to sit at the table.
Okay, you guys see Kruger. Let's go in, look around, and head right to a table and sit down with three, obviously, pirates. By the way they're dressed and that. One's a fairly old male human. The other one's kind of middle-aged. The other one looks pretty young.
Lizik really isn't paying attention to what's going on. He's just kind of like looking around a little bit, just kind of following Kruger like a child, and just sits at the table because he assumes this is where we're sitting. So he pulls up a stool next to him and sits there, takes out his bag and starts going through, and it does not talking to anybody or anything.
As you guys start sitting down, they kind of look over. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Where is Kane?
Can't blame the man. He's very direct.
The one guy goes, I don't know where your whore is. That's when the other guy kind of smacks him, kind of leans over and whispers something into his ear. You see his eyes kind of go wild. Like, not wild, but eyes get wide as he stares at Kruger. You better leave, slave.
I'm not a slave anymore. Puny humani.
You're lucky there's no fighting here, or else you would be a slave again.
You're lucky there's no fighting here or you'd be dead.
I doubt that.
Which one is talking?
This is the middle-aged male. The middle-aged guy.
Was he like a good fighter?
You don't really remember much about him. You remember one thing about him. His name is Todd.
Oh, Todd.
Fucking Todd.
Exactly. Fucking Todd.
So if there's no fighting here, we could go someplace else where there is fighting. Resolve this.
That would be completely
like
outside.
Yeah.
Outside the bar or outside?
No, outside the entire cove.
I mean, I'm not afraid of walking.
So why don't you get your smelly, dirty, orc stinking ass out of our chair and go play with your own kind. I believe they have a dump down somewhere over there.
Wouldn't you rather play for me outside?
Like you would have a chance. What? The three of us versus you five?
I wouldn't
And
need
whatever
any of
that
these
bear
in
is?
order to kill all three of you.
I
What do you mean
doubt
with
that.
that? I like to make an impression, Sargon, and try and tell them about the job we just did and how amazing we did at it.
All
To
right,
improve
roll
the
that
mood.
check for me in the tower.
So I break out the megaphone, stand on the table, and start telling them what we just did. A fight with the dragon turtle. That we kicked its ass, and that they should totally be like nice to us because of that.
Fable, have you heard the centipede quote from Moira to Reinhardt?
Mm-mm.
She's like, like certain centipedes can take down prey 15 times their size. Reinhardt's like, what are you getting at? I'm advising my prey to watch their step.
With the microphone, I'm just imagining like that picture.
Just walking around, just the doot doot.
Yeah, just like right up next to the ears, just yelling.
You don't seem to have much effect on them because they're like, yeah, whatever. We've heard some sea stories of our own. There's this one time, there's a fierce storm, and this dumbass slave dropped some crates. So the first mate gutted her and threw her overboard. Serves her right.
Well,
What did
who's
you
ready
say
to move on
there,
to the next
Orc?
town?
What'd you say, Zargan?
Wouldn't you say so, Orc?
It's a story.
Oh, that's a fact. Don't you remember?
I do.
Your precious little beast. Used to find you two all cuddled up in each other's arms.
You leave Noxie out of this.
And then we just beat you.
And yet here I stand.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising. I'm sure Russo will be interested to hear about that, where you can be found. So what pigsty are you holding up at, and how did you get in here?
I'm sorry. I think they think you're hiding. He's not hiding from you. You can call Russo right now if you want. We can handle this right now.
They're stupid, Glizik. What do you expect?
I stopped picking my nose as I'm laughing at that. Finger deep. Pick it up, flick it on the table, leave it there.
Nasty.
Size of a caterpillar. Also moving.
He's not here right now, so don't worry, I'll let him know.
Have the drinks gotten there yet?
They're just coming over now.
As soon as the waitress or whatever like sets them down, especially the two, actually just the two that I recognize, Todd and the older guy, I'm gonna swipe both their drinks in front of them. I'm gonna pull out the coins and set them on the table in front of the waitress, and then I'm just gonna down both of them in front of them.
What coins are you putting out?
I don't know, what's the normal price of something like this?
Probably a copper.
Is tipping a thing?
Always. It's also known as bribery in some places.
I'll just pull out 4 copper pieces and set them on the table.
I thought he was going to be a chat and pull out a couple of gold and just pay for it like that.
He probably doesn't have a couple gold. It is Kruger. I mean, because currently all the dragon turtle money is sitting in the bag of holding with Galgrim has the one, and Takara has the other, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. My bag of holding's empty.
Mm-hmm. What? You have it in your pocket? Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have pockets. That's participating in society.
Enough with that shit, dude. It's not funny.
Never.
All right. So what I need you to do, you pull out 4 guys who walks over to you, pull out the money, slap it on the table. I need you to roll me 2 reflex saves.
I'm gonna re-roll it. Yeah, better.
Burn that hero point in the first 10 minutes.
Yep,
Hope you don't need it later.
I won't.
All right, you reach out with your hand, like both your hands, jumping forward kind of. As they reach out for their drinks, you kind of drop the coins on the table and grab both drinks before they do. Pull them back and down one and then the other. Go ahead and make me 2 fortitude saves. Mr. I drank 2 pitchers.
That's what I do.
All right, they kind of give you a look. The waitress kind of scoops the coins up and walks away. She doesn't give a shit. The other guy's kind of like looking at his drink and notice that you didn't take it. He goes to grab it, and the old guy reaches out, takes his drink, and chugs it.
Can I? Is smacking a drink out of someone's hand against the rules?
I don't know.
I want to smack it out of his hands.
Go ahead, make an unarmed attack.
I'm okay with those.
Assurance for athletics.
Actually, wait. It's probably more like a disarm.
Oh, so it's an athletics check.
Don't worry, you only need a critical success to actually remove something from someone's hands. It's dumb.
In combat, maybe.
All right. Just had to look up disarm real quick.
What's that from, Naughty? I recognize it from something.
I sent it to you before when we were thinking about doing Bob as a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I found this cool picture of an orc, and look, he's drinking and everything. Like, that's amazing. I'm like, this seems to fit.
It's Bob's distant cousin, Pop.
All right, he kind of picks it up, goes to drink. You kind of reach forward, smack. You hit the drink. You don't knock it out of his hand, but he does kind of like spill it all over himself. He kind of, jumps up real quick. Hand goes to his belt where his sword is, and the other guy kind of puts his hand out to him. No fighting here. He's not very happy. He's like, motherfucker.
I didn't say you could drink my beer, swine.
Light goes on in Glizik's head. We can do anything to these guys, and they can't fight us. A coward's dream coming true. What's not considered fighting, but that's really offensive.
I fart in your general direction.
They need help with this.
You can only push people so far.
This is why instigation is also a crime in a lot of places. Don't know if it is here, though.
I don't know what that big words mean.
Too many sentences.
Is that what you want, slave? An ass whooping?
And I already have one to give to you.
Now guess.
Why don't we go outside?
Thought you'd never say that, coward.
Meet you outside. About an hour.
It takes you that long. Well,
Yeah.
you gotta change after you pissed your pants.
Yeah.
No, it takes him
it
that long
takes me
to
that
find
long.
outside.
Takes me that long to, get it up.
That's not what your mom told me last night.
There's many alchemical.
What does that even mean?
There's many alchemical.
Why was his mom saying that?
That's my point.
He was like an alchemical
Stupid
remedy
They
for
kind
that.
of all get up, watch you, and kind of leave.
I won't look toward them. Zakara's here, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming everyone's kind of behind you, standing there. The only one who really made any real plans was Glizzic, who kind of sat right next to you.
That's I wasn't going to interrupt
On-
it, but at
you
some
know,
point
on
I was
your
going to
lap.
sit at the table.
Okay.
But I was just going through some of the shit I found down there, like the barnacles, and like squeezing them of any of the juices that are in them. It's this random little gnome just squeezing barnacle juice out of a big pile of them.
Nasty.
As they get up to leave, I'll just walk over, take one of their chairs, and be like, "Oh, thank you, gentlemen, for being reasonable. I was getting tired of standing in your presence."
They just kind of look at you and walk out.
Once they I won't look at them as they leave, but once the appropriate amount of time has passed where they'd be able to go out the door, I won't even turn around to just say, Zakara, follow them and find out what they're doing.
I will follow stealthily at full speed.
That's crooked. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a stealth check in the tower?
Took you still up a quicksilver too if you feel like you need it.
You still had all your combat things prepared today, Bio?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have combat since it's 2 days since the fight?
Yeah, but we're still in the field.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got off the boat.
Yeah.
Literally.
There's fucking dragon turtles out there. I ain't going to society loadout.
If we got off the boat, are our spells replenished for the day?
Yeah, they should have already been.
Can I drink my mutagen and then follow?
If you
I'll
would
allow
like.
it.
Remember, it only lasts for a minute.
10
no,
minutes.
10.
This one 10? Okay.
Yeah. Not all of them are the upgraded version.
Plus 10 to my speed.
Yes. Should help her keep pace if she already couldn't. And help her stay sneakier. Because that's always
Roll that
good.
Stealth.
Oh yeah, do you have...
I gotta give it to her. Quicksilver. This might sting.
It always does. It burns a little bit as you drink it. As the bits of shards of glass cut your throat.
Quicksilver. Burns so good.
It has actual, quicksilver in it, mercury.
Yep. For that extra edge.
Where do you think the dex bonus comes from?
A healthy dose of ketamine.
Alright, Zakara pops out the vial, chugs it, gets up, and leaves. I need you to make me a perception, Zakara. All right, Zakara, you wait a few seconds. They get up and leave. Kruger waits a minute or two, then asks you to follow him. You kind of pull out your potion, chug it, get up, go out. You're just gonna make it outside, and you barely catch the trailing vision of them. Sorry about that. But you're not sure what to do. You see two of them going one way and one going a different way.
Which ones?
The old man and the young one is going together, and then Todd's going off by himself.
And Todd is one who is doing most of the talking, right?
Yes, but he's not the one that Kruger smacked the drink out of.
Oh, that was the older guy?
Old man. That was the old man, yeah.
Gotta run. Later, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Nice.
Bye.
Galgrim wanders off. Apparently, so did Valis at some point.
I'm gonna follow the two.
Okay. No, Glizzic, all humans don't look alike.
Maybe the
What do you talk about? Head, 2 arms, 2 legs, loosely 6 feet.
mouth open and shouting all the time.
Always something racial, even to their own.
Oh wait, maybe they are all the same, killing each other
Catching
over
Sounds
money
like
and
one.
God.
Sounds like orcs to me.
Condemn you for all these actions and then do them myself.
Well, yeah, you do what I was saying. I can do whatever I want, though. All right. So as Zakara leaves, what do the rest of you do?
You know, Glizzic, I'm thinking of something that you might be able to have a bit of fun with. Unless I'm squeezing the juices out of these freaking barnacles. These things have pretty high adherence. They always stick to things and they're always a bitch to get off. I'm thinking of some sort of adhesive I can make out of them. I have to find the right balance, but
Something to crawl up walls with or something, maybe.
more like a traditional glue.
Eh?
Like if I had to rank it, I'm thinking of something on the lines of a sovereign among glues.
Glue King. Got
Glue
it.
King, yeah.
Glue King.
You know what? I think you should
King
name
of
it
Glue.
Gorilla Glue. No one will ever come up with that name.
Because the only one who could remove it is the gorilla that is Kruga. I've looked up
Whatever
sovereign
he-
glue. It's not a permanent thing. You can freaking brute force it off, but that is a high check.
Whatever you say, Raz, it sounds super. This glue you speak of.
Yeah, but I think there's a higher level glue. I think there's a higher level glue as well. Sovereign glue is only like 7th or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
we
not
can
as high as
combine
you
it
might
with the
think.
spell Goblin Pox and make epoxy glue.
Nice. What are you looking at, Dance?
Yeah, sovereign glue is 7, and there's only the 1 rank.
Yeah, but I think there's something else in one of the other books I thought, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
So the 3 of you discuss, or the 4 of you discuss. 3. The party is dwindling.
I assume it goes without saying that did he ever actually say his name, or did Kruger just say he knew his name?
He didn't. I don't think he said his name.
Okay. So I'm not the only one who thinks that the odds of them setting something underhanded up is in play.
They are Umani cowards. I am almost sure of it.
Not the brightest ones I've seen either.
I don't know. I'm just gonna get some sort of hearty meat, bread, potatoes meal.
Thanks,
Carbo
Kruger.
load.
Silver
Okay, I'll spend
Per-
silver.
per person, unless you're just ordering for yourself.
Are you treating? It's your turn to treat.
All your
Sure.
money left. All your money
Hopefully.
left.
I'll order one for those two as well. Actually, I'll order one for Zakara, so it'll just be here when she gets back.
Nice and cold. Excellent. That's the way she likes her food.
Stir everything together. This is Meow Mix.
This is Meow Mix.
All right, mark off the
Fancy
4 copper
feast.
from before, Kruger, and 4 silver.
Already did.
All right.
Oh my god, it's a DC 50 athletics check.
All right, Zakara, you follow the old man and the younger boy. I want to say boy, but he's probably only in his 20s. He's a young pirate,
It's basically a baby to the rest of us.
basically. The old man's probably, you're guessing, probably close to 50. You're surprised he's still alive.
What a curse it is to grow
With a
old
life.
and be so young.
So
I can
they head
relate.
off. They seem to be heading back down towards the docks. You follow them down there. They go down to the docks, and you notice, Zakara, the dead meat's gone. It has set sail, apparently. The other two ships are still there. And they start talking with some of the sailors that are on the docks, chatting with them.
Read lips.
Go
Wait.
ahead and roll me a perception.
Do you even speak human? I don't know if she has enough language.
At least once or twice, you're pretty sure you see some. The old man gives the other crew members like money, like he's hiring them or something.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of this smart ass orc.
Okay, how many?
Oh, there's probably a group of 15 there he's talking with. Are you staying? How long you plan on being gone here?
I'll stay a while. The elixir lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. He talks to him probably, but by the time your elixir's wearing off, he's probably done handing out some coins to different people, and they all seem to start heading up one of the passages. You're not really sure where it goes as a group. So I'm gonna say there's 17 of them now. The old man, the boy, and 15 new pirates or sailors.
I'll head back to the bar.
Okay. You get back there. You see the three of them eating. One of them eating normal. That would be Raz. One of them eating with his hands. That'd be Kruger. And the goblin just has his face down on his plate.
Also
slurping
normal.
everything up. Yeah, normal for him. And there's another plate of food for you sitting there. It's not steaming hot, but it's still warm. It's still decent.
I will sit down.
Do I notice her sit down? I'm
I
facing.
don't know. Are you coming up for air? I mean, you don't have like
Occasionally.
you don't have a blowhole, do you?
You don't have food vision, so you can't see through it all in her face.
Just whatever it said.
He has to eventually. He doesn't have a great constitution.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm trying to portray the image of stereotypical goblin. I'm not really awful.
You're trying to portray?
I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'd like to use prestidigitation to warm her food back up to piping hot in between gulps.
Don't worry. When
And
it
make it taste
suddenly ends and it goes back to icy cold in your mouth,
It'll be inside.
someone's cold pit in your stomach.
Okay.
Just so nice gesture. Yeah.
So I'll sit down and look towards Kruger. They split up, so I couldn't follow the middle-aged one. But the older one went out to the docks and looked like he was hiring a bunch of crew. They headed up one of the passageways.
So they know that I am more than capable of handling them then.
How many did they hire? Did you see?
About 15?
Must have rustled his jimmies quite well.
Zargan, did any of them look particularly strong just at a glance?
No.
Did you happen to catch how much coin was given to each of them?
Did they?
She's pretty
not.
sharp-eyed with the coins feet thing.
Not with the roll that she made.
I couldn't tell without getting closer, but for the most part, they didn't look very strong.
I'll kind of look at Glizik and Raz. Can I entrust my shamans to handle the other riffraff that they're bringing?
Potentially. Zakara, you're familiar with these sorts more than any of us. How likely are these folks to, let's say, take a step back if they were offered the higher pay?
As long as there's no other obligations going on, I'm sure they'd more than happily leave for more money. They might even run off if they see just how strong Kruga is.
I have an idea. Usually, folks are always willing to put more money in their pocket for no effort. Perhaps we make an offer. We offer to pay them triple what they were paid if Kruga takes his little brawl with the two he has a beef with. Solo. If Kruga falls, then we pay them more than they would have been paid anyways. A safe bet. They have the money initially, and they get more if Kruga loses. And since Kruga won't lose, we won't be out any extra.
We do have a lot of gold at the moment.
Seems like a waste, but you seem to understand strategy, so I will trust you to what you say.
Oh, I have no intent to pay them. The extra money is for if Kruga loses his bout with the two or the three, whatever one of them show up.
I'm talking about just the money in the first place.
Well, we're also looking at a full-blown. I assume this will be within the city confines, which is supposed to be a no-no, a full-blown mosh pit riot. Either way, authorities are going to get involved. It'll be a lot easier if we can keep a crowd less rioty.
Well, best not to get caught when the punishment could be death if they're feeling it.
Well, we were like stepping like outside of the cove as a whole was understanding, right, Zargan?
Is that what you understood?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just said, let's take it outside. Hi. Hi, Chibi.
You don't have the
She just-
camera on, so we can't see Chibi.
That's fine. She just gave me something. What's in this?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Arsenic? And puppy dog tails?
Ooh, she got me a pecan pie.
A whole pie? That's kind of, piggish.
Well, no, that's just a slice.
Oh. Alright, so what you guys doing?
Alternatively, we
I
could
got a
always
phone call from my wife, so hold on a minute.
It's just an option. If anyone else has any other ideas, I'm more than open.
Hello?
As I said, Zakara, you're more familiar with the folk and how things go around here.
Oh, okay.
Do you feel that there's a better course of action here? Surely this isn't the first time something like this has happened. If we're going outside the cove, then all bets are off.
Oh, okay. How was the drive up?
Well, I can't say I've been here before.
Yep.
And paying them off is the least conflict for everyone. And we do have the gold for it. But if we're going completely outside, I think they'd run off pretty quick.
Well, if we're outside the cove, then I see no reason why we can't do a little fire and brimstone show of force between a few bombs and what Glizik's got packing up in his cannon. I'm sure we can dishearten quite a few of them out the gate.
If you can take out multiple and I'm in the blast, do it. I can withstand it. These weaklings cannot.
I'm sorry. Is there a time when I don't do that? I hit the bear just fine, right? That's understood. As long as I hit more of them than you, I think that's a win-win.
Any that stay, if we do decide to leave them alive, their coins are forfeit to us. We will find them before we leave them.
Oh, good. Yep. So the drive up was good?
Oh, I just realized. I would have switched amphibious for independent today since we were on the boat Zargan.
He can't hear you still?
Oh, that's right. He's AFK.
You should get some wine too if you want some. I should get what? Some wine if you want.
Let's see. So Drakehart's still just a minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's fine. Like my first turn will be Drakehart,
Yeah, usually
Key Rush, Flurry of Blows. So no damage lost there.
Yeah.
I got a couple of missed forms. They didn't last about as long, so they'd have to be used right at the start.
Well, I can do that.
I'm mostly good today.
Mistform and Drakeheart.
Trouble will be tonight when I go to bed. Yeah. Oh, I don't fact no, I'm not from her. Oh. When Dan tries to come up into bed and the puppy's already sleeping. Yeah. Hard to say.
Can I have a Mistform?
Well, I'm glad you guys
I'm just looking to make sure it doesn't have a polymorph effect. It does not.
I'll say I feel like I've used both of them together before.
Ooh, that's confusing. It's got the illusion trait, which means it wouldn't. Typically, that means it would be magical in some regard, but it's also alchemical, which means it's not.
You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you.
Well, that's a tricky one.
If I'll talk to you tomorrow at all or not. If not, I'll talk to you Sunday before you leave. Okay.
I need to go get more RP juice. I'll be right back.
Bye. Bye. Bye, babe. Yep, bye. And Kruger dies.
All right.
He's getting more beer.
While you were AFK, I mentioned since we were back on the boat, and it's been days. You said since coming back, right?
It was.
Okay. I would have swapped out amphibious for independent.
Okay.
On the familiar once I was somewhat
Just
confident that we wouldn't be thrown back into the water.
Back to our normal familiar stuff that we had on before.
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay. Yeah, my wife just called me. They went to New York this weekend. Her and the boy to visit her family.
Whereabouts in New York?
Western.
Okay. Keep in mind I was born in Buffalo, as I'm asking.
Not that far north.
Okay.
About an hour from like Erie.
Taking the elixir of
like
life
Angola or something.
From the two who are not here and giving them back to me.
Okay.
I have an updated list I'll send you here in a second.
They're actually in Fredonia, Naughty.
Oh, but they'll, yeah.
Right
Yep. That's where her sister lives. That's where they're going up there to see.
Yeah. I had family in Buffalo because I started there, and then we moved to Erie for a good number of years, so we'd make the trip all the time. So been through there.
That trip, I hate that. I hate 90.
Yeah. I take 90 all the way back and forth between Cleveland and Buffalo because I was in college, in Cleveland. So
I will take my dark vision elixir and give the other one to Dethair.
Okay.
Just chug them both right now while we're at this table. If I hadn't already today, which I probably would have, but because it's dark in this place in some places.
It is. Why isn't that wall behind you festooned with like guns of all types, Fable?
Because I have them all booby trapped to the entrance of my house.
Okay. Well, no, that can't be all of them. That's just the entrance ones. I mean, you're Texan. You have to have 50.
You
Yeah,
ever,
you know, I have my MG42, my grenade launcher, just all these things pointed at the door.
you ever see Saw? Remember the shotgun trap?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
They're filled with nickels.
Mhm.
Best $1.20 I ever spent.
So, feel like you'd have an opportunity to slip a little poison onto a shot or a stab there, Zakara?
I wouldn't say no to it.
All right, well, take your pick. Let me see it.
Take your pick of what?
Whatever she wants to use, whatever weapon she would want to use. I can
Oh.
only poison one thing at a time.
I was like, what are you talking? Take your pick. Are you showing her something I don't see?
Well, all this charisma's got to be worth something.
I doubt it.
I will hand over one of my daggers.
All right. Since this pretty much has to be done in the same round, I'm going to use Quick Alchemy to whip up a batch of giant centipede venom. And because I actually have had this for a few levels, it just hasn't really come up yet. Because I use Quick Alchemy to create the object, if it has a DC of any kind, it uses my class DC instead of its baseline.
Yep.
Ooh.
So instead of the DC 17, it would be, I don't even know where my class DC is. The first time I've actually ever had to look at it. Let's see.
Where do you see that?
Class DC. Da, 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 da.
I do spells, some of them listed, but I don't know if there's another.
Yeah, it should be under spells, I think.
I
Like
do
if
not
you
have
open
that
up,
tab.
if you hit the magnifying glass on your alchemy stuff, Raz, your current DC is a 26.
Neat.
So mine is.
So instead of DC 17, this giant centipede venom will be DC 26.
So they might fail.
You're right. Fun fact, Zakara, that creature you guys fought in the one shot used giant centipede venom for its poison.
I hate that creature.
Well, because it killed you? Because of the poison?
Your class DC is under your monk abilities, Kruger.
Under my monk abilities.
Yours is a 24.
What?
Oh, there it is. Spell roll, DC 26.
Should be
I
based
still
off your
don't see
primary
it.
stat.
Hit the magnifying glass next to monk abilities on your action tab.
So, oh, next to monk abilities. Okay.
Okay, so one action to quick alchemy up the poison, and 2 actions to apply it to the weapon, which is already basically in my hand.
Does it
Yep.
only last a round or?
It lasts until it is used or in daily preparations. Even though it technically doesn't say that it goes away, that's kind of an oversight if that's actually how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it doesn't last.
Yeah, poisons last until they're used, but if that was true for alchemists, that would be stupid.
I don't get expert in my class until next level.
It lasts until it's used, or if you happen to critically fail an attack, it would be used as well. If you just miss, then it's not used up.
Yeah, because I think somewhere in one of your things, Bio, it says that your potions only your alchemy components only last until your next prep. So therefore, it would just evaporate off the weapon at that point.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that makes sense, because once it's put on a weapon, it's not the item anymore. It's just a dagger with the envenom quality. But yeah, it makes total sense that that's how it would work. Otherwise, what would stop an alchemist from just poisoning 10 arrows a day? Forever.
Yep.
So, yeah, just make a note or remind yourself at some point. You got a poison dagger. So when you stab a bitch with it, it'll do some stuff, hopefully.
This time we actually get to see what the poison does.
Hopefully. If you critically succeed the attack, it'll, or if they critically fail the save, then it just goes straight to stage 2. You know all about that, right?
Stage 2 electric boogaloo.
If you're referring to me, Bio, yes.
No, Sun.
Oh.
We did Pathfinder one shot, and she was subjected to some poison and critically failed to save.
He's trying to remind me how he killed me.
That's so mean.
It was close too. They almost saved you.
If only they would have tried harder.
Yeah.
You know, if the orc wanted to waste his hero points so early in the session.
I can't fuck up a skill check while I'm trying to look at a badass. Dude, you make me look bad in front of the shamans.
All right, you guys have probably spent a good 10 minutes in here since Zakar's returned, poisoning blades and eating your food.
You know, just usual adventurer stuff.
When I'm full,
Not
I'm going
many
to start spooning
adventurers here.
food up to Nanool.
What was that, Gennady?
I said when I'm full, I'm going to start spooning food up to Nanool so he can have some too.
He
Gotta-
doesn't want any. It's too warm.
Compress the digitation to make it colder.
Okay.
Okay, I think
That has something in Northwest Coin.
I think that's it.
Did
So,
you
I'm
give me another Quicksilver?
Yeah,
Or
I'm gonna give you my second Quicksilver because I'm gonna use the other Drake cart when things get going here. Because, you know, like 15 or more people just kind of swarming over us. I mean, death by 1,000 cuts, you know. I'm more worried about Glizzic, but
I'm fine. They won't
I
touch me.
got the crown. I got the crown for you. Worst case scenario.
I'm the top.
It's a crown of thorns. They shove it on your head, and they'll do 1 point of damage and kill you.
So I'll give Kruga a Mist Form Elixir. He's also got another Drake heart. Or one of the Drake hearts, I should say. Yeah, I used my Dark Visions. I used 1 spare reagent. Yeah, looks about right. Elixirs of Life are handed out. Glizzic's got his usual 2, and I've got 4 because we're missing 2 people.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure if Valis will be back. The way Ishii was talking, that this might be a long-term hiatus. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like he kind of gave you the same thing he gave me for the Alien game. So
yeah, and Mystic, I think, come January, is it just your game he's going to be missing, or is it mine too?
I don't know. He said his new term at school is going to make him have to miss Alien, so I'm going to have to think of a way to either, you know, write his character out, if not at least just temporarily, or even just wrap up the game then. I would rather the former, but
yeah. All right.
But he's basically got like what 4 weeks before that happens.
Roughly, but you also have holidays. Remind me tonight, guys. I want to talk about upcoming downtime a little bit and holiday scheduling. So I want to. Do you have to leave early tonight, Bio?
I do work tonight, so while I don't have to leave early, I will have to go audio only at like the last 20-30 minutes.
All right. Well, probably about 10:30. We'll call it and then discuss things. All right.
It's a pretty big assumption that we're not about to get our asses kicked.
TPK, baby. Actually, I thought the turtle would do more damage, but then I realized he's only a level 9 turtle, so it wasn't really a hard fight.
Just baby.
But next dragon will be a little bit tougher. And since you're evil, I can make it gold. They have all the cool powers.
Metallic dragons. Yeah, there's a reason they're better than the chromatics, but don't tell them that.
All right. 10 minutes are up. You guys are discussing your plans. You still. It's been 40. You got 40 minutes yet, roughly, before Kruger's hot date.
He's got a lot of those these days.
They all involve fighting.
Just the type of guy you are.
Yeah.
You guys just hanging out here, killing time before your date, or
We
See, we can go early. Scope out the scope the area out. This ambiguous area that may or may not be in or outside the town.
Do you want me to go looking for the other one?
This place is pretty large, isn't it, Zargan?
you're not really sure. I mean, in order to have like ships and stuff, you think. I mean, large in the area, yes. Number of people, you're not really sure.
We're about to wipe out half the town's population.
No. Town folks don't get involved in fights.
Not sure that'll be necessary.
I remember the population here was like about 500.
Yep. That's people that actually like live or work here, not counting the sailors that come and go. And so, what time do what time do you guys want to head out?
I mean, if we're heading outside the cove, what's the area look like?
From what you remember coming in,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of flat, like wide open and flat to a point. Out in the middle of like scrub grass and just wide open area. No, not really. Barely a trail leading up here.
All right, we're gonna mount and blade this encounter.
I don't understand that reference, but sure. I know it's a game because my son has it, but other than that, I don't.
Medieval army battle simulator, more or less.
Yeah.
It's just every battlefield takes place in a big open, more or less.
No, that's not true. I've seen him do fights like in woods.
Yeah, once in a blue moon.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. I don't know if it's quite like that. We better not have a freaking giant pink ass T-Rex come out of nowhere and start eating people. Music
Unless
for
it's on our side, then it's okay.
if the music for Nergigante starts, I'm just gonna leave.
It does bother me that they asked for an hour.
What I assume you saw was likely only going to be a portion of what they will bring as well. The other one who split off is probably going to find some more folks as well.
They want to do that.
They are upstanding, fair members of society.
I'm just thinking about all the coin we can collect from the people we beat up.
Turns out they were only paid like 2 gold each tops.
As we kill them, they turn into piles of coins. That's what I'm hearing. So that was just when you punch barrels, they turn into
Loot
coins.
pinata.
I will say we are definitely at a numbers disadvantage. I would not advise allowing them to circle around. If they have that many numbers, they certainly could. Some of us, I'm not naming any names, are prone to falling over when they get stabbed once or twice.
Sakara.
Definitely Zakara. It's always her. Never
It is.
anybody else.
Perfect time for your backup tank to disappear.
That's alright. He'd just stay in the center of the group anyway, figuring out what to do.
No, Valis doesn't. Valis doesn't do that. I was referring to him.
He shields.
He
what he-
shields. To be fair, there wasn't a whole lot to do at low levels, but I feel like we're past that part.
I think
Well,
that's
there's
what
not a
his
whole
name
lot to do with one action.
His name translates that in Elvish as "He Who Shields."
He who shields himself.
Dances with shield.
I mean, there's really no reason to waste much more time. We get there early, we can basically catch them before they're. We get there early, we catch them before they're all set up and in their freaking big ass, intimidating semicircle ready to collapse in. You know, it's nice for the goblin AoE blaster to get them all in a big group.
No. All he has today is heals.
Nope, I'm the healer today, folks.
Today was Missy's turn to take all the attack spells, right?
Yep. Now, a lot of it's going to be Horizon Thundersphere, so hold them still for a good 2 rounds for me, okay? Take 6 actions to get those up.
I had one Tanglefoot bag I used on a dragonfly, and it only hits one person.
Well, that's because you
I
have a
don't-
baby one, I think.
I don't have a Tanglefoot bomb.
What? Why not?
Just an explosion of glue and vines.
There is a Tanglefoot alchemy thing you can learn.
I know.
Raz, we take a trash can, put wheels on it, and just fill it full of Tanglefoot that we can fire at people.
Just throw a Peshpine or an
Possible.
Alchemist Fire in there and get it going.
It's just it shoots, it hits them, takes them with it, and slatters against the wall. So it's like duct taping a person to a wall. No machine goblin.
All right.
Do it.
So how long you went of your 40 minutes left? How much longer you want to stay in the bar before you head out?
I don't think we need to stay. I think we just go where we're going to meet them.
Sounds good.
So where are you guys going? Just out?
Do you want to leave directions for where we're going to go, just in case they need to find us? Because they seem pretty slow. Like they couldn't even stay together as a group to go one place. I mean, they're human.
I think they'll probably
one
find
step
it.
below an ogre.
You know, so glad Valis isn't here.
I mean, dog's on his own kind just as much. I mean, that still falls into human stereotypes.
I've overlooked his humanness. He almost seems halfway decent as a person, so I don't hold it against
Half human because he's half undead.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just start heading out. I mean, the only place we're allowed to fight here is not here, so.
I'd like to keep an eye out for those 3 specifically that we saw as we go out.
Okie dokie. You guys get up from your stolen table and start making your way out. You kind of
Stolen, we claimed it.
Kind of
I planted
ask
a flag
around
on
for
it.
some directions and find your way to the exit.
Any preference on which one of them remains conscious enough to talk?
Well, we don't take prisoners. Kill them all.
You know, if it came down to it and I had to triage any of them.
The middle-aged one or the old one?
Yeah, fuck the young guys. They don't know nothing.
Wow.
I like the idea of Raz performing non-voluntary medicine on people, whether they're injured or not, to get them to talk.
Honestly, your consent to the matter is not a factor.
Sorry, sir. I am an EMT. I don't need your consent.
Good Samaritan law. I'm allowed to administer this as much as I want. Have more Quicksilver.
All right, it takes you guys about 10 minutes to find your way out. You go out there. It is late afternoon. Not quite dusk yet, but it's getting close. So actually, it wouldn't be early evening then. You go out there, and at first you don't see anyone there.
We are early.
You are. You're 30 minutes early.
Is there any way, like, so it was like a cave entrance that we went into, right?
Yes.
Is there a way to like climb up the rocks and have like a perch for like Glizik, maybe Zakara, to like have a place to like do things from? Raz, if he's feeling however he feels.
There's no, not that you see. No. You would think that they would have thought of something like that. So the cliffside here, where the cave is pretty vertical.
Hmm.
They're gonna etch a big stone face into it at some point. They just haven't gotten there yet. They need the funding.
Well, they're
It's
waiting.
George Washington.
Yeah. No, it's Trump. And then you have to enter through like one nostrils in, one nostrils out.
It's got the wavy hair flip curtaining the doors.
Well, no, that's where they hide the bombard. The hair flips open and this giant cannon comes out.
Hence the phrase "blow your mind."
Yep. All right, you guys staying by the entrance, going farther out?
Probably a little further out, because if they got to come out the entrance as well, then they all got to come out the entrance.
Okay.
And if we're outside that entrance, we're outside the entire cove, or just is everything in that one underground?
As far as you know, yeah.
Okay.
Now out back in the wilderness where anything can happen to any old traveler on the road.
What happened to them? It was a bear. Just bird marks everywhere.
It was
The
a
bear had a
very
torch in its mouth.
it was a very angry bear.
Zargan, I switched back to Glizik. I was on Denul for some reason. I did whisper you. Is that cool? Can I try and do that?
You can.
Okay. Disguise kit is a deception check. It's not going to be pretty, but I'm going to try. And then I'd like to do it to Kruger as well. I'm trying to make myself look like the Reaper with my disguise kit, just to like make us look more intimidating.
You're trying to do what?
Trying to make us look like the Reaper.
Oh.
just to like war paint us up for the fight. That's all. It's gonna be +13. It's not horrible.
He ends up looking like Reaper.
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
All right, Glizik does himself first.
I'm the reapiest of Reapers.
He looks really good. Now let's roll the opposite for Kruger, and then you. I'm all out of dark colors. I'll use bright colors like blue and green and pink.
Neon
Reaper. I mean, those candy skull things are.
You're gonna look like Diablo from Heroes of the Storm. Is the wrestling one? It's all like pink glitter and the glow dark. Nice.
Lucha Garrosh. Come on, get it right.
Sure, yeah. He's a little Hefe belt buckle. Yeah.
All right, you do Kruger as well. Doesn't look as good as you, of course.
But, never does, but orc, goblin, whatever.
It's hard to reach it when you're only like 3 feet tall.
For everything for the waist down is perfect. However, I need you to bend over if you want me to do any more work. That or I have to climb you.
All right, that takes about 20 minutes for you to doll you and Kruger up. About 10 minutes each.
Looking fabulous, darling.
You guys, how far away from the cave do you wish to be?
I want to be far enough away where if someone starts running away, I can get to them and stop them.
And that's how far?
And still not be in trouble for being fighting.
Exactly. It's not fighting. I'm throwing him out of here.
I'm assisting him with his trajectory.
I mean, if we go like 100 feet out, it'd cost them a fair amount of time just to be able to get, 3/4 of the way back for your average person? And I'm pretty sure you're faster than the average person.
Slightly.
He's faster than the average bear.
And close enough for the guards at the entrance to see what the fuck just happened. Put their own bets in.
Is the area that we're standing on for the fight going to be like stone or mud or what? Is my chalk able to mark a square?
It is not Stone. It's not mud. It's just like grass and dirt.
Soon to be blood.
Okay, that's how you feed the grass.
What makes the green grass grow?
So 100 feet roughly from the entrance, I hear.
And let's do like 120.
119 and 4 inches.
We've got a lot of smart people. We can figure out exactly 120 feet.
Hmm.
Kruger's
Can you do it in-
specifications.
Can you do it in the metric system though? Oh.
40 meters.
Is there? There's no ceiling above us then, or what? It's just open sky.
Just the sky.
Okay, cool.
Just the big
Just,
dome
I'm
in the sky.
trying to envision-
And as you're waiting, you see a small speck in the sky. It gets bigger and bigger.
Yes. Remember that gold
Gee,
dragon? who's talking about
will they fall for it again?
It's a turtle dragon,
It's a
not a dragon turtle.
It's a dragon turtle's mama. She's picked up a trick or two in her life.
She's a little bit bigger. She's CR12.
Yeah.
She's
I remember
hucks
this was
herself
black
places.
dragons.
She threw herself out of the water at you. All right.
You got legendary athletics, so here you could do stuff like that.
Yeah, you can.
Right about the hour you think is up, and you see some movement at the entrance.
Oh, by the way, I'm drawing a mist form and a Drakeheart.
Same.
On
Quicksilver.
the ground. Okay.
Just using a stick and like drawing it in the dirt.
Raz was
I have
here.
chalk.
You guys draw and write, and Lizzie's over there peeing. Lizzie was here.
Now, it's funny you mentioned it. I had an early concept for how his alchemy would work would be to draw shit in the ground and have it materialize as an actual item because of this rune. But I was like, nah.
No, you draw it in the air.
Oh,
But
clay.
all right, you guys see about 30 figures come out there of the entrance. I would like you each to make me a perception check.
I'm good at these. Oh, well. This is why I have other people to delegate these perception checks for me. Come on, open the
I
scales.
did it.
Look, crew, got dirt.
All right, as they start coming out, most of them look like just like the other guys did. Wearing basic sailor garb and stuff. Some have like clubs. Some have some weapons on them. They start coming out, forming like a half circle, slowly walking towards you guys. They get about 50, 60 feet away, and that's when all four of you notice none of those three guys are with them.
Of course not.
Cowards.
It just looks like 30 random thugs, basically. Slowly taking step by step towards you guys.
Say when.
I'm going to drink both my elixirs.
At once?
Same here.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not potions.
Potion miscability. Alchemy miscability chart.
Alchemy It's just an upset stomach and you might have the shits later.
Oh no, he has the shits now.
I took
As
a lax.
he's fighting, it's coming out.
Everyone gets -1 to their con rolls around me.
Took a laxative and a stool hardener, and they're fighting it out down there.
Everyone within 10 feet of Kruger is sickened one from the stench.
I will also drink mine. Hey, Raz, do you have any extra elixirs?
Let me check once I'm done applying elixirs to 3 people.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Let's see. I was doing for myself. I was doing my mist form, and I was doing my Drakeheart.
Oh, yeah.
Unselect me and select Kruger. And you had a Drakeheart and a mist form as well?
Yeah.
And Zakara just had a Quicksilver.
Yes.
And she's feeling kind of left out now.
I think she still has it on her from earlier.
Probably.
Yeah, she does. Do you want me to like reapply or just keep that?
No, reapply because it does more damage.
Well, she gets back the health.
When would that happen?
I have to.
Did anyone tender?
When it ended up, and she came back injured, probably.
She was injured when she left.
Yeah, and then she came back and she could have been tended there. For some reason,
She
I felt like
could've.
you got the health back when it ended, but I could be wrong there. I think your just maximum goes back up.
Yeah.
I'll give her. Yeah, you can take a Quicksilver, and I'll just give you an Elixir of Life right now, since we've got a couple spare. I mean, if you were injured when you came back, I probably would have tended you, but
No, I'm not taking anyone out.
what?
Answering.
I was
Blizzix.
asking if you wanted to
Oh.
clean up the combat track.
No,
People without initiative just get tossed at the bottom anyway.
So, do you
Yeah.
want me just to hurt her again?
No. Although in the future, if you don't tend to her, she does not get tended.
Okay, so just leave her then.
Yep.
Okay. It's like I don't know if you're gonna skip time and it's gonna auto end or anything like that.
No, we haven't skipped any time, so that's why the duration's still 100.
And then you
No.
asked if I had any more, Zakara.
Oh, well, that's. I was going to drink a potion, but I'm okay.
Okay, so I was gonna say I can't give you anything else that wouldn't just overwrite or cancel out. The only thing I could give you is a mist form, but I'm out of those. Kruga and myself.
Wow.
Well,
Nothing for
Kruga,
the backup tank.
Kruga because he ends up being up there in the fray, and myself because I like me. If you fall over, I could just get you back up. I fall over, who the hell's gonna get me back up? The goblin?
Yeah. Do you trust me?
Nope.
I can see that you are wise.
Do you want the truth or the little white lie that makes you feel better?
Lie to me.
All right, you guys are popping your potions, getting all ready. Getting ready for a scrap. They slowly move closer.
I'll just look at
Spreading out
Plisik and
some.
say, when they surround me, do it.
Do what?
Flaming sphere on top of himself.
Nether was gonna take an elixir of life because he was the one that actually had my second Drakeheart.
Okay.
And he's staying on me.
Wow.
Because I also
So-
like me.
About how far away are they right now?
I'm gonna say 40 feet.
40 feet away? That's close enough for me to punch them.
No, it's not.
Can I blast
What do you mean it's not? That's 40 move speed.
Not unless you move.
Let me blast him first, then you can.
And yeah, so both the Quicksilvers are used. Okay, let's strike those out. Yeah, when that's all said and done, Nether takes a elixir of life. I'm just gonna draw 2 blight bombs. Why not?
So you said they're making a half circle, right?
Kind of like a little bit of half circle as they're moving forward.
It's like as they're approaching, they're
with
kind of
the point to us,
Like they're spreading out.
or the rear is the
Concave to you.
God, fuck.
Uh-huh.
What does this look like? Geometry class?
So basically, the furthest person out is the person in the middle.
Yes.
How far away is he?
50 feet.
That's fine. I'm going to rush right at that guy.
Rah.
All right.
And we're still doing prep actions. Can I just hit him with a guidance for next round when he gets there? +1.
Spank him on the ass. Go get him, Tiger.
Yeah. You haven't really done anything. You're not popping potions and stuff, so.
Everyone's over here taking drugs, and Glizik's just standing there looking lost.
Oh no, he's acting tough.
as you're starting to get all whoop whoop, and before you charge off, I'm gonna say, may the Reaper watch and bless you and protect you in all the dark places you have to walk. And I'll slap you on the ass as you take off, and I'll hit guidance. Gives you a plus one on whatever.
He archetyped into cleric.
It's a sports thing.
It's a sports thing.
Targeting him.
Ah, the old goblin ass grab.
How do you think the goblin pox spreads?
Yep.
Ass to ass.
So what does guidance do again?
+1.
+1 to whatever, pretty much, whether it's an attack, a save, or whatever. You just get 1 though.
And you have
And
to.
then your
Oh, and it's this turn.
power.
It's got
It's
yeah,
this
you got to
turn.
use it before the start of his turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I believe it's on your next action.
Yeah, like whatever you do, you get plus.
I think it's you got to use it before the start of Glizzik's next turn, or it just goes
Is it?
away. Yeah,
Is it his next action, or yes, you have 1 round to use it?
you have the round.
I'll read it until the start of my next turn. You've got, and you ask for divine guidance, granting target a +1 status bonus to 1 attack roll, comma, perception check, comma, saving throw, comma, or skill check. That the
Okay,
target attempts for the duration ends.
so if he moves, it doesn't get wasted.
Right. Target chooses which
Okay.
roll to use it on the bonus before rolling. But if you don't choose it to use for anything, it goes away.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
You just
I
can't
do
spam
not
it.
have a map for this. I do not have mobs for you guys to beat up. This is we're not even gonna have a fight here, because it's not much of a fight at all. These are like level 2 mooks, minions, whatever you want to call them, and you guys are gonna tear through them like Raz through wet paper. Actually,
Wet
it'd be
paper.
Glizzik through wet toilet paper because he's so strong.
Glizik through scrambled eggs.
Just like the mule looking for a
Sorry.
penny.
Sorry, puppy.
Wet paper is not great for holding liquids.
Well, I don't know. It's already holding some. It's wet. So you guys are gonna beat the hell out of these guys without much strain. You might take a few bruises in that back. Are you killing?
Well,
I'm
casting
assuming several
fireball.
of you who are casting and using weapons, you will be killing, correct?
If they die to the blight bomb, then whatever.
Yes, that is lethal.
If they die, then they die. But if there's people on the ground at the end of it, I'll at least try to stabilize them. How about that?
Raz, that was very Rocky for you. If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. It's just a little bit of poison. Toughen you up. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
All
But
right.
it does kill you. That's
So
It's not
Kurga,
that-
go ahead.
Mm,
Go ahead, Raz.
I was just gonna say it's not like I'm aiming to kill, but if they die by happenstance, then oh fucking well, they started it.
So
Technically.
Kurga really comes down to you only. Are you doing non-lethal or lethal?
Oh, I'm lethaling the shit out of these guys.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so it probably takes you guys about 3 to 4 minutes, less than 5, to whip your way through these 30 sailors.
Can we do a little artistic license?
What was that?
Can we do a little artistic license to describe?
Yeah, you may, yes. Each of you may have a few moments to describe how you are mowing through these people.
Who first?
Why don't you start? You were the one charging them.
All right. So Kruga's basically gonna run straight toward the back line to try and get their attention. He's going in the middle. He wants the attention on him, and he knows that all these guys would have been told about him specifically. So he's just making as much noise as possible. When he gets to the guy in the back line, he just grabs this dude by his face and he just chucks him at another guy. And he just imagines at some point they start collapsing around him. You see him dodging and weaving in between the blows, and some are glancing off the scales of the Drakeheart. And he is just going to town on everyone that's back there. He's breaking body parts. He's snapping people's necks. He's just pushing people's faces in. And it's just
Wow.
it's very macabre. Obviously you realized inside of the place that Krugo was upset, and for an orc, he was very well composed about all of it. But all that went out the window when these guys came out, and especially when the other guys weren't here. So he thinks that these assholes got paid money to come either subdue him or kill him, and he was having neither of that, and they don't deserve their lives, and the Reaper deserves a little treat. So he's just being as vicious as possible. Like he's like gouging eyes, like knees are being broken. There's just screams in the area that Kruga's around.
Yeah, but that's just Glizzik. Next.
Why don't you take it, Glizzik? You were kind of the follow-up there.
Okay. My new archetype that I had taken, I don't know if you guys got to experience it yet. I picked Gladiator. So I'm gonna hit him with the behold over the megaphone. By choosing to attack us, you forfeit your lives. Now, most of you would probably expect a caster like me to use fire to burn you to tiny crispies. But no, tonight I'm going to be nice. And I threw an ice ball, which is basically fireball, but the ice version, and it just shatters with icicles, outward, just mowing them down like a bunch of musket balls from a line fire. So the performance check was to do intimidation. I think I can only target one dude for it, or whatever. But that type of thing, and then just use an ice ball to have fun with it, and then after that, I'll just use cantrips to pick off the ones trying to follow the safety.
Actually, I take it back, Zargan. Can I leave one alive?
Nope.
Okay.
The one
You're
you
right.
leave
I wouldn't have
alive,
done it anyway.
Glizzik picks off.
You are lucky. I would question you.
All right, Raz or
Except the next
Zakara.
guy. You will.
Following up on Glizzik, any of the ones that are either because there's too much of a crowd around Krugo or they feel themselves to be a little bit smarter to go after the people in the back, any of the ones that break off are probably going to get a blight bomb chucked at them with a telekinetic on a particular round, shatter against them, exposed to this very potent poison that seems to have been very effective so far and is probably only reinforced here. Is I'd imagine it's probably not pleasant for these little mooks. Any of them that continue forward then just get pelted with another one, and if any more are still feeling saucy after that, the occasional shard of glass left over or a rock here on the ground and the telekinetic would make short work of any of the ones approaching to come after me or Glizzik, who I'm staying relatively close to since, squishy guy. At some point when things look like a lot of bodies are hitting the floor, I'll probably make a comment to any who are paying attention well enough that maybe if they back off now, drop their weapons, they might be able to walk out of this alive. It'd probably be the smart move. But if they don't, well, fish in a barrel, right? An absolute waste of time. The guys we wanted weren't even here.
All right, Zakara, tell us about your devastation.
1 arrow, 10 heads.
Like Deadpool.
Red Dead Redemption of the auto aim, but with an arrow. Just 1 arrow.
Well, just from the chaos and damage that Kruga is causing, as the others turn to fight him or at least look in that direction, Zakara is going around silently, picking them off one by one from the back.
All right.
But mostly because she doesn't feel they're worth it, she's not using the poison dagger.
Saving that for someone else, for Glizzik tonight. Or for Kruger if he doesn't read you some poetry.
That's a waste on Kruger. He'll make that check. It's only DC 26. What do you need, like an 11?
10.
10?
50-50.
50-50.
That's not bad.
Apparently, as long as I can put my class DC behind it, I can make some pretty potent stuff.
Yep. So by the time you guys start thinking about, well, maybe we should keep a survivor or something to question, you guys kind of each of you kind of stop and go, okay, well, I'm not worried about someone, so and so, Raz will save one, or Glizzik, or Kruger won't kill them all, or whatever.
Kruger will kill them all.
And you guys stop and kind of look around, and the only ones moving are you guys. The few you check, Raz, are dead. Pretty much, they're all dead. You guys have slaughtered 30 men.
I made the call. If they decided to keep at it, that's on them.
Well, the few who may have shown a little bit of hesitation were picked off by an arrow or a cantrip.
They didn't show hesitation good enough then.
So under 5 minutes, you guys have tore through 30 sailors.
So much experience.
Mm-hmm. And gold. We got all the money they got paid. I'm sure they had it in their pockets. Do they still have pockets?
They don't have any gold?
Nope.
I want their cove coins.
I am also going to search them for what they do have.
Dang it. How do you roll?
What is it? Slash roll.
Slash
You can't
R.
do slash R.
Instead of 3d30, can I just do 9 10s or something?
No, I wasn't meant to go to you. I was trying to roll.
7 diamond ropes, boys.
Yeah, right.
It's only the best.
Searching their pockets and that, you guys find that is 45. Let me get to the right tab here. Slow. 45 copper and 25 silver.
We're rich.
You get what you pay for, I suppose.
Zakari, you like the picture in Discord?
Just freaking dark-tided through this mob.
With your arrow.
Left click, left click, left click.
Not quite like that, but yeah.
Do I find their cove coins?
They don't have any.
How do they get back in?
Don't know.
They were just some trade ship that pulled into port. They're not affiliated with them at all.
Guess they think the coins that were exchanged were probably through an intermediary. Someone who pays the mooks to go do a job, that they keep the money.
I'm just thinking, that ship is totally untended right now, and ours. I can make a clipboard with paperwork saying it belongs to us.
Yeah, because I'm sure you guys have the skills to sail a ship.
We can sail out of here. Kruger's a sailor. He knows how it works. He just treats the rest of us as we go.
Yeah.
Really? You have sailing knowledge or lore or anything like that?
Yeah.
He's a very experienced seaman.
You're such a liar.
I have everything because of that feat I picked up.
That's okay. I've got gossip lore, and I think Scar's also got an all-encompassing lore knowledge as well.
Do they have tattoos on them?
Oh, they have various tattoos, yeah. Nothing that stands out.
I'm just gonna start walking back toward the entrance of the cave.
Does this feel like a setup? As we walk back.
The thought that crossed my mind. Still, they were approaching us weapons drawn. Any way you slice it, that's a pretty intimidating gesture for someone who's just standing on the road.
I'll leave the talking to you. He says as he's just covered in blood.
Should I? Would you like a moist towelette there, buddy?
Leave it. Others must know.
Now, the nice thing is that all these dudes that we killed, according to the Reaper, religion stuff, there are servants in the next world, right?
That is true.
All those Virginians.
76 Virginians. Ah.
All right, you guys start heading back towards the entrance. I'm gonna pause the game here for about 5 minutes. I gotta pee, and I need to take the little puppy out.
I'm gonna mark my bombs.
So you guys can go get a drink, whatever you need to do, and we'll
Woo,
reconvene in a couple
more
minutes.
RP juice.
He calls it the little puppy.
I can't have RP juice. I gotta work.
I shall return.
Maybe I could get away with it if I didn't have to drive for 10 hours straight for it.
I got food. Peachy made honey garlic chicken.
Ooh, nice.
This ogre tastes good. Oh, when he gets back, I gotta tell him we're gonna collect human pieces for dinner. It's not cannibalism unless Valis eats it.
Tastes like chicken.
Indeed.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
I see just in time for Zargan to get back.
Sargon, I'm harvesting human meat.
What?
It's not cannibalism if you're not human.
Yep, and none of us. Meat's meat, man.
There's probably a
Is it-
term for like eating other sapient humanoids, but I don't know what that term is.
I'm just gonna be like walking around gnawing on a human leg for a while. Don't mind me. Let it
Exotic?
What's that?
Exotic food?
Exotic.
I'm not sure you can eat walk around carrying a human leg gnawing on a glizzic.
I can at least get from the knee down. It'll still have the boot on it too.
It's called long pork.
Yeah.
Human, the other white meat.
It's actually mixed meat.
Soylent Green. It varies from person to person.
Yep. That was odd.
All right. You guys head back to the entrance.
Kruger may want to stay all bloodied up, but if I got any blood on me, I wouldn't mind a little touch up. I don't feel like a lot of them really got close enough before either Zakar
Nope.
or I picked them off.
Nah, I gave you all a little bit of damage, but not much.
Half my health is gone.
I'm missing
Well,
one
that's-
hit point. Probably from freaking tripping over the goblin. It's sonic damage to my eardrums. I was
Probably
at
your own
ground.
splash damage.
I was at ground zero to that one.
Glizzic's hand.
All right, you guys go in the entrance up to the guy. Guard steps out of the shadow, stops you. What are you doing?
Did they see the entire fight?
Unless they came out from, because they're back in the cave. So unless they came out or could watch them somewhere else, then no.
I mean, come on, 30 people walked out, freaking weapons drawn, walking just 100 feet out there. They
I
were
don't
watching. They were watching.
30 people walk out, 4 walk back
Or walk
in.
back in.
I'm going to start retelling the tale that I was just composing.
We were
about the
accosted
fight.
by bandits on the road. We came back because we're scared.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Mr. Guard.
We had a meeting with somebody. Apparently that meeting fell through.
I see. May we help you?
I'm gonna pull out my coin and do the thing to make it glow.
Okay.
Follow suit.
Okay. For everyone who does that, they let that person pass.
I know what's up. There's probably a lot of fights that happen just outside town.
I mean, you're talking about like pirate groups and stuff, and they're not all friendly.
As we go by, I'm going to pretend to bless them. Reaper's blessing be upon you. I'm a holy man.
You don't have that many holes in you.
Zakar made some pretty holy men.
Be consecrated here behind us. Those behind us are ton, very holy.
If someone's eyes melt out of their sockets, does that make them holy?
More holy.
They could.
It's always interesting to see the effect on, let's call it your average man, on some of these bombs I've been crafting lately. We've usually been fighting things a bit more tougher than your average human.
Oh yeah, they pretty much tear right through these guys. You figured they had, I don't know, 15 to 20 hit points each.
She may not be far off here. That might be war crime in the making.
Good thing you're evil.
I only use it in self-defense and on people who annoy me.
Have you thought about maybe painting them a nice bright color, like an Easter egg? Maybe having musical chimes go off, make them feel pleasant as they get shredded.
And then during Easter, you could hide them, and children can find them and open them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only the smart ones survive. Yeah,
further testing must be done.
There's a feat alchemists can take at some point that lets you combine 4 bombs into a super bomb.
Yeah, the first one's your level, the next one's like 2 levels lower, and then 2 levels lower, and 2 levels lower. It's like 4 or 5 different types of things together.
And then it like does its damage in a large area, and then combines it all, overcoming shit, and does like extra damage to structures. It's completely impractical for any combat utility because it takes like 10 minutes to set up.
But for an ambush,
I mean, but basically a barrel. It's a fucking explosive barrel. Chuck that shit blight style.
Right? Dragon Blade.
Parfanugar.
The Forsaken. Remember.
Blight carts. This is ammunition for catapults, huh?
Alright, you guys go in, follow their way back down into the cove. What are you doing?
Just remember that when we do Kingmaker.
We'll head back to the same bar.
Okay.
Still all bloody. Back to the same table.
Crew would just say, I don't think those cowards will show themselves. I don't know if you have any idea what else this town has to offer, but I'm in no mood to explore, but maybe you all should.
Perhaps I can bend an ear or two. People tend to gossip a lot. Especially if 30 men don't come back after a time and the people they were sent after did.
Free shit.
Maybe we could do a little... what's the freaking action called? Something information. Search for information, or...
Gather information?
Seek knowledge. Gather information, that one.
Yeah, it's society or streetwise. You guys could hit both places, and I'll stay with him and play some instrument or something like that to keep the tavern entertained in case they come back.
What do you say, Zakara? Feel like a night on the town?
Sure. Why not? We can explore a little.
You can show me all the interesting sights to see here.
How many times do I have to say I don't know this place?
I trust her intuition. I don't know why, I just feel like there's a seedy underground bar here. Yeah, I mean, if we've got the time for it, I don't see why not. If we've got nothing better to do, we can gather some information, see where these guys might be holding up, because their ship is gone. The dead meat's not here, so they're not going with them. So they're probably here somewhere, unless they just skipped out a back exit or something.
Well,
more than likely, I bet they're probably gonna tell Roos. Of course, they're gonna tell him when they next see him, but they probably wanted to capture Kruga and drag his ass back. So my first guess is that was probably the case, and there's a meeting place. If the job was done, then the people get paid or whatever.
Oh, well, we should question one of those guys.
You gotta talk to the dead spell or something fancy in that occult spell list. Primal spell list.
Breaking that fourth wall. 2 more levels. I can raise dead one of them done.
I just feel like on a scale of 1 to 20, I feel like maybe somewhere around 11, I might be able to talk to dead people. Yeah, maybe we can do some gather information. I can use society if that's all right. Poke around.
Information is under diplomacy.
Ooh, well, I'm also okay at that. It's not my best, but it ain't my worst.
And I have Hobnobber.
You are such a hobnobber.
No wonder
Gather
Kruger likes you so much.
gather information. Exploration activity takes you half as long as normal.
So that means you could do it twice. Or do that and some browsing. Or do that and... The dominant species here is human, right?
In the Cove, you're not sure, but in most of the kingdom, yeah.
If I set my little society or my little diplomacy badge to human, would I get a bonus on this diplomacy?
You don't know until after you do it.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't lose anything for doing it, so why not?
Ha 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 ha!
Joke's on you. They're all orcs. They're orcs all the way down.
Those turtles all the way down. Duh. All right, so gather information takes about 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'll just kind of follow the car around. You know, she'll probably do her
Are you guys splitting up, or?
I feel like probably staying together for the smart call. We just had 30 people come after us.
If you stay together, you get one roll as a group. Only one person gets their roll.
How good is your Streetwise, Zakara?
It's not Streetwise, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I thought we both had it.
Streetwise.
Yeah, if you're feeling...
There is as feet.
I don't...
Oh.
Would it help for this since it's more recalling knowledge for that?
Oh, because the Streetwise I have is use society to gather information, recall knowledge, but it's like the underbelly type stuff. I thought we both took it.
Yes, I did take it.
Because you're going to be much better at it than me, probably.
I mean, you can get to...
You know life on the streets and feel the pulse of your local settlement. This is not your local settlement.
Oh, we live here now. These guys are part of our people.
We've killed 30 men in this place.
In any settlement you frequent regularly, you can use recall knowledge action with society to know some information. And this is the first time you ever been here, basically.
We've been here 4 times.
No.
The past 5 days.
It has not been 4 times. First of all, orcs can't
We got
count.
here, we left, we came back. Okay, yeah, 3. And then we went out
Like
and came
I
back. Yeah, 3. 3 times.
Do you want me to go out and come back in? I can go out and come back in, Zargan. That's what you're asking. How many times do you need?
Load screen spam until the quest triggers.
Streetwise will not work here.
Hild 4 would probably work better in that.
Oh yeah, because at least you've been there for more than a day.
I don't have a problem splitting up. I feel like I've got enough of a mean glare to scare away any little mooks. I've also got a snake. So that's
build up their confidence and then crush them as they split up. I mean, and have Galgrim come to Glizzik's rescue.
Again.
We all know that one happened.
It's already happened once.
Never. I don't remember it.
Probably because you were unconscious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see a thing.
So staying together or splitting up?
I'll let Zakara make the call. I'm good with either.
We can split up. They're not going to attack us here.
Then let's do it.
Famous last words.
Said diplomacy, right, Zargan?
That's what it's under.
Okay.
One of my worst skills.
Well, that's what I'm using.
Glizzik, are you going out on your own as well?
I'm not. I'm staying with Kruger.
Okay.
Just in case the guys come back, and I'm just trying to entertain the tavern that we're in or whatever it is. That's what I was kind of moving.
Wow, you took an archetype of bard too? If only you had a goblin bard as like an NPC.
I can always archetype that. No problem.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
No,
Anoxia always with you.
I ate a little.
Why did you guys eat? You guys eat her too?
Yep. I don't know it, but yep. Slowly eating everybody in the group.
I mean, it's cannibalism for Glizik, but goblins don't really care about that. They're very utilitarian.
Just slowly subsuming the entire
Meat is
group.
meat.
You guys are sleeping. I'm cutting off hairs from people, putting it in the stew in the morning.
Toes, whatever.
Yeah.
Sakara wakes up. She has a reverse mohawk shaved in her fur.
Wow, you slept funny last night. Hope it grows back.
All right. You want to go
All
first,
right.
Sakara?
These rules are in the tower. So make me some diplomacy rolls.
All right.
All right.
Might also be
Raz,
keeping.
you rolled first, or at least it came through first.
Yeah.
What are you trying to find out about?
Specifically where these guys may be holing up, since they may, I don't know if they're regulars here, but I feel like they're regular enough that they could go down to the docks and hire some people to go beat the shit out of somebody. So that might be worth something, that someone might know where these sort of dealings might end up. Where would you go to drag someone back if someone was supposed to be brought? And specifically on these people, where their common hangouts, where they like to crash if they're not at the bar. Basically asking about these folks. I'm trying to find them.
Okay.
But keeping it a little low key, of course.
Are you offering any money? Are you bribing people as you go?
Of course, money makes the world spin.
How much you spending?
Seems like these people were willing to go out there and fucking die for pocket change. So I'll say, we'll say 5 gold to someone who might actually look like they know what the hell they're talking about, and maybe just a gold piece for someone who might not know.
How much in total?
Let's say 10 gold total.
All right, mark it off. Do you have 10 gold?
I do. Well, not anymore.
I'm telling Mystic.
You can tell him anything you want. I'm not giving him all the money up front. I have things I need to get too. He was gonna get it. He was gonna get it in installments.
2 copper at a time.
I mean, so far it's been 1 gold at a time, but yeah, I had like 13 gold. And now I've got 3.
Mark that off.
Money helps.
Miss Zakara, what are you looking for?
I am looking for those 3 guys. Their current whereabouts, and I mean, this just happened, so some people must have noticed a big group moving around. I don't know if the group I originally saw is the ones we fought, so just what they were doing. Yeah, basically find out any information I can on what that whole thing was about, what they were paying people to do, and where they are right now.
Okay, are you offering up any bribes as you go?
I'm so broke. Sure. 5 gold.
Bag holding full of money.
I do, don't I?
5 gold worth?
Yeah. Can I?
Right.
If I don't get information, can I pay more?
Nope.
Here's 5 gold to loosen those lips. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. Thanks for the tip, though.
Exactly.
Thank you. Come again.
Go ahead and mark your 5 gold off, Zakara.
From the party loot?
I'm assuming from your loot.
I feel like half the money that Raz would spend on these bribes is more of a, okay, I'm tired of talking to you. Go the fuck away. Here's 3 gold.
All right. An hour goes by.
Wait.
What?
While we're in the bar, I'm assuming we don't see those guys at all, right?
Nope.
Is the same person that served drinks before, like they're still serving drinks?
You think it's the same person? You didn't really pay much attention to her?
All humans look alike. This is
They
well
do.
established in lore.
It is. All night
big
I've been
hairless
hearing that.
blobs.
When she comes by, I'm going to say, where do those three hole up when they're not here?
I don't know.
Does she seem like she doesn't know?
That's you're not. I don't think you're very good at reading people, are you?
Insight check.
I have perception.
That is
You can
perception,
roll
isn't it?
It is.
Everyone has perception. And I'm an expert in perception.
I'm thinking of picking up the feat at some point that lets me use fucking, what was it, deception instead of perception.
You
to
want to
toss
roll a
insight.
hero? Say want to save in a hero point? Oh, that's right. You don't have one.
I don't need to. It's good
Aw.
enough.
She seems like she's telling the truth.
Do you know who would?
She just shakes her head no, and moves on to the next table.
I just work here.
Yep.
After being there
Anything-
long enough, she understands it's best just to mind her own and not know anything.
Anything else from the orc or the goblin while you're waiting for the other two to come back, if they do?
Are there other patrons around the bar?
Oh, there's people in there.
I mean, I'm doing performance. It may not be the best, but the storytelling probably isn't half bad, I suppose. Would you like me to roll a performance check
Sure.
to see whether I can actually get the
Draw
interested
all
in
the
me?
attention to yourselves.
Yeah, fascinating performance and stuff. Yeah, why not?
There's one thing we do well. It's draw attention.
Gentle people, lend me your ears as I tell you a tale from long ago. Blah 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 blah.
That
All right.
didn't rhyme.
Anybody? It's not goblin song. It's not supposed to rhyme.
It rhymes in goblin.
Yeah. It's hard when you don't get the translation from the true goblin. Yeah.
Trust me, it rhymes in my language.
Yeah. Amazingly. I'm just trying to see if anybody looks shifty enough like they might be of the same group. If they're dressed similarly to the other guy.
There, I mean,
And
there are a
kinda
lot of
point
people
out the group.
dressed that way, like they're sailors. But you figure most of the people that come to this town are sailors off of ships that are dealing in acquired goods, buying or selling.
All right.
All right, you said you have a feat that lets you do it in half the time, Zakara?
Yes.
All right, so Zakara will be back first. You marked off your 5 gold, right?
I did. It was hard.
I forgot that our faces are painted as well while we're sitting in the bar.
Yep.
right now.
I look like a midget version of you right now, except you're more bloody.
All right. You spend your hour talking to some locals and hopping in a few basic shops in that Zakara. No one seems to know anything. You spend your bribe money in silver and gold pieces. Mostly a couple silver here, a couple silver there, but it doesn't seem like anyone has any information on those 3. A few people have towards the end of your hour have heard there was a ruckus outside between a couple rival pirate crews, but that's about all they know.
We're pirates, guys. We did it.
And you head back to the bar empty-handed, mostly, including not much information and 5 gold lighter.
Instead of going right back to the bar,
Want to go get drunk?
I want to
Go to the cat house.
go back to towards the docks and then down that hallway that I saw them go.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see where it goes.
Like most of the hallways here, it kind of breaks off into multiple things. Looks like that may just been a way they were heading to go out.
Okay. And on that ship that I was on, or that I saw him paying off, is it empty now, or are there people there?
Oh no, there's still people there. You're pretty sure that all the people that he hired weren't from that one ship.
Okay.
Remember, there's still 2 ships in port, and plus there's always sailors in a transit, on leave or whatever.
Oh, they're on leave,
You know.
all right.
They just made 20 gold, so they're staying here until they're out of money. Then they get a berth to make some money, and then come back here and drink it all away again.
Till someone
Okay.
walks up and says, "Hey, go beat up an orc for some cash."
Sure.
I will go back to the bar.
All right, you spend probably about another 20 minutes, so about an hour and a half before you get back. Kruger and Glizzik, about an hour and a half have gone by. You guys have gone through a couple light drinks.
Kruger is not going through light drinks. He's
Well,
going
then
through
spend some
heavy
money,
drinks.
Kruger.
Okay.
I assume that the beer is covered by the house for the
Nope.
entertainment.
No.
They're the good old boys, Bob.
Kruger says yes, it is. Busts out his ever-filling buck and starts drinking.
Well, they didn't charge us for the first couple, so we thought it was on the house. No.
Them boys came out of here owed me a whole lot of money.
I will order stronger drink supplemented by my ever-filling stein.
All right. Mark off how much you want to spend.
I don't know how much does one liquor cost? One alcohol.
Like a
One
silver piece.
alcohol, please.
How much would it take a normal person to get drunk on liquor?
A normal person for here, or a normal person?
Give me both.
A normal person, probably 4 or 5. Normal person here, probably double that.
Fine, I'll spend 2 gold.
Rabble.
And I want you to roll me 1 fort check for all those drinks. How about you, Glizzik? Are you drinking?
Nope, I'm just having fun doing prestidigitation on his drinks.
Okay.
Making it taste like almost nothing. This
All
crap is water.
For being water, by the time Zakara shows up, Kruger, I won't say you're completely drunk, but you are tipsy as fuck.
Probably the closest anybody in the group has actually ever seen him.
Are you at least a
Well,
happy
since the
drunk?
last time you got
lot of
drunk,
rage?
got into a bar fight and got arrested, probably.
I feel like
Not
he got
this
drunk
town.
on the island too.
You get one in every town, right, Kruger? Not in this town yet.
No edicts here.
They don't believe in them.
Well, they do. They just give preemptive edicts.
So,
Everybody's got one.
Yep, Zakara, you come in. Glizzik's doing some performance, and most people seem to basically be ignoring him, but he seems to be having a good time. Kruger's in his cups pretty deep. He looks like he's drunk. So, what are you doing?
I'll go join Kruger at the table.
Okay.
She is Zakara kind of like, I won't say that you're always in
Hot?
stealth, but is she always kind of like quiet, like moving and that sort of thing? Or is it only when she like turns it on she's like really stealthy?
I would think in general she's quiet. She is a cat.
I'm asking her.
Oh,
She's normally quiet.
So you just like pull up a stool and sit down next to him?
she's a shadow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Kruger, being quite drunk and obviously not noticing you're there, as soon as he hears the chair move and like something moving out his periphery and he doesn't expect it, he'll just turn around and immediately grab you and like squeeze hard on your shoulder. And he just looks at yeah, that probably. Let's see. He will try to grab you. He grabs you.
Let's see.
She does not have a 30 fort. Get out of here.
It's not just fort save. It's fort save plus 10.
Yes, I
Oh,
know.
it's not reflex.
No. Plus
Acrobatics to get out.
minus. All right. As you sit down and move the chair, and Kruger just kind of reaches out, grabs you. How much damage you do when you grab someone, Kruger?
I can choose. Well, I guess I'm drunk, so and I'm paranoid. That's why I'm doing this. It'll
So
be
how much
4
damage you do?
damage.
And squeezes hard and, hurts you a little bit.
Zakara takes out a dagger and points it at him.
Is it the dagger? Probably.
Yeah.
Next thing you do, you feel a blade on like rubbed up. I won't say against your neck, basically. Party fight.
Kruger would just look Zakara deep in the eyes and kind of like
That's when you kind
glance
of
in.
look over and you see it's her.
Yeah, kind of like glance in the direction. You trade
And
well.
swoon.
And he'll like release the grip. He doesn't apologize for like any damage that he's caused.
You've left prints on her fur.
Added a little bit of like crusted blood to her fur.
Zakara flicks off the dried blood and continues to sit down.
Kruger, make a fort save.
I didn't have much luck. They're either gone or they're not important enough for people to notice.
They're cowards.
They're all alike. All right, if you guys have nothing else, I'm gonna zoom over to Raz.
Did you see how they whispered about me when I arrived?
Well, you obviously know them.
They were men aboard the Dead Meat when I was a slave. I was not a model prisoner.
No way.
I can't picture you as a model prisoner ever.
Give me some credit. I stayed in prison in Ilford, didn't I?
That's true. That did show a lot of restraint. But so are these guys on your kill list with Russo?
I do not seek them out, but should they cross my path, I will be happy to end theirs.
I knew you shouldn't have killed that last guy. Could have asked him some questions.
They were hardly worthy of the effort applied to them.
This might be a weird question. Did they look like slaves to you?
Did they look like slaves to me, Zargan?
They did not.
No. Typically, slaves are not allowed to be armed.
What?
They cut their arms off.
I'll
Guys,
have you
don't
know-
look now, but Glizzy turned into a Christmas tree.
Have you know I arm my slaves in RimWorld and they only try to revolt every few days.
That's a hell of a disguise kit for Glizzy.
He rolled a natural 20.
It's just weird that they didn't have the coins on them for the cove.
That is interesting. Don't know enough about this place to say why.
Maybe Raz will have better luck.
All right, Raz. You spend your good old time going around talking to people, handing out handing out money a little more freely than Zakara did.
I might actually be having a good time.
I'm broke.
Let's not get crazy.
I could find a good time out of a lot of places.
Now you sound like an orc.
I'm a dandy, not a stick in the mud.
Wow. You make your way down by where the dock area is when you're finishing up. You spend the last of your 10 gold on some bribes down there. And you do find out that while they don't know those people, there's three people fit in descriptions of two of them. Oh, about 3 hours ago, took a rowboat out of the docks and left. Hired some people to row them out of the sea area to the shore around the side, and then the rowboat came back without them.
The shore outside, like
outside the cove.
Is there a direction?
No, this guy doesn't know.
Is there like, well, just from my knowledge, is there like a shore to like the north and the south, or like
it'd be to the east and west?
East and west.
Yep. But for the time that the boat was gone, you figure, you're a pretty smart gnome. They probably paid someone to row them out, dumped them off, right outside the cove, kind of on the shoreline, and then they probably ran or went somewhere.
Right. If they're moving with any sort of certainty, they probably left some tracks if we hurry.
But they're probably good by now, probably
solid
2.5 hours. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a lead, but it's not the worst kind of lead. We've had to chase some people, some forced marches to chase some people back in the army days. All right. I probably picked up a couple of snacks, like bought something from some street vendor to get some information. People are always willing to talk
Fish
a little
on a
bit
stick.
more. Yeah, they're always willing to talk a little bit more if you pay to use the bathroom kind of thing.
Yep.
I'll come back to the bar with my fish on a stick.
Is it a halibut? Back. Nice. It could be.
That's a big fish for a little gnome.
It is.
Is it good?
Not really. It's overcooked.
Now, Glizik can fix it.
You come back. You've eaten probably about a half of it. You come back in the bar. Glizik's up on the stage again, trying to, do some performance stuff. Not the worst you've ever heard, but the crowd here just doesn't care. Definitely not into it. You see, Zakara's back already over at the table with Kruger. Kruger has his head kind of low and he's kind of swaying a little bit. He looks kind of drunk by now. And you probably are another hour or so goes by. Another good half hour goes by, Kruger.
When you mentioned that two of them that fit the kind of description I gave them matched, yep. Which two were they? The young and old one, or the old one?
It was the old one and the middle-aged one.
I feel like the young one was just kind of a.
Well, there was 3 in the boat that they dropped off, but it doesn't have the description for all 3.
Right. So they probably just met him there, and okay. Okay, yeah, I'll walk in with my slightly disappointing fish on a stick and kind of find the rest of them and plop in a chair.
Does he sit next to me?
Probably not, because Zakara did, and Glizik is probably on the other side, right?
You don't know about that. Oh, okay.
Well, I was gonna say if she sat next to him.
Glizik's on the table, dancing and yelling and performing.
No, I'd probably sit in the closest seat.
Duck.
Duck where? I'll plop down on the table. See that Krug is kind of swaying.
Krug will kind of stand up like he's expecting a fight and look at you and sway and squint his eyes and just kind of like grumble before he sits back down.
Unlike the catfolk, I am not quiet. For such a little gnome, my presence is known.
Unlike the
presence is
cat
gnome.
folk, I'm slightly more drunk than you are.
We'll sit at the table and see Kruger kind of freaks out for a second and then kind of grumbles and sits back in. You want the fish on the stick? Only half eaten.
He doesn't really like reply.
But does he take it?
No.
Okay.
Well, it took a few coins to loosen some lips and a little bit more delving into the streets than I would have liked, perhaps. But I think I might have a lead. Supposedly, about, what would it be about now, 3 hours ago, lines up. Two of them apparently hired a rowboat from the docks and some hands to take the lot of them to one of the shores. They don't know which one, once they left the dock area. And then the rowboat came back without them. Seems they cut town.
The rowboat came back without hands.
Came back without the three of them that were actually. You're up on the stage. What do you mean?
The stage is the table you're sitting at.
I throw the fish at him.
I'm dancing in front of.
How did this pole get in the middle of this
He's
table?
twerking in front of you.
While screaming, "Dancing Queen!"
In his microphone.
Well, at least now I got a proper air freshener for him.
Stick the fish
Yep.
on a stick right up his butt.
So, they have a bit of a lead on us, but if they had to go anywhere on foot, stands the reason we may be able to catch them. I also am not sure which direction they may have gone, west or east.
No chance of finding the rowers. And I keep doing my show.
It's a possibility, but it will take time as well. To find where they may have gone, whether they're still working, or if they went home for the day. If they are in any sort of hurry, I would imagine they would leave some sort of a trail that's easily discernible, if we can at least pick the right direction.
If you have someone who could track.
I've got lore gossip.
I'm trained in survival.
I am not.
And you're
And because of how drunk I am, I'll see extra sets of footprints.
I say we follow the middle trail.
I told you they were cowards.
Indeed, they certainly went the extra mile to show it, too. Skip town on a rowboat, of all things. I assume they're probably going to try to find a way to reconnect with Russo. Which means, if we're lucky, perhaps he's not very far away, close enough for them to go somewhere on foot to hopefully meet up with him. With any luck, we may be closer than they think to your goal.
Would we know if there's another place for them to dock? Dead meet nearby?
closest
Town-wise?
place you know of is Hildfor. That's about a day's west.
Now, the two directions outside the cove that they could have gone, west and east, to get to one side or the other on foot, how long would that roughly take to basically go around the cove to get to one side or the other?
Oh, to go around? Like if you were on the west side to go, probably a good hour.
Okay, because I assume like you can't just like.
It's
go
not
to
like
east
five.
and-
It's not like 5 feet outside. No.
Yeah, it's not like you're on the east side. You can just cut across the cove entry.
Nope. You have to kind of go up and around.
Yeah.
Zargan, when the dead meat would leave, would they normally leave random people ashore and then just be kind of hanging out waiting for them elsewhere?
The only time you remember from when that people would go ashore and not come back with the boat is if they're on like extended shore leave. And usually they'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna be back in a month. We'll pick you up then."
So maybe they have a hideout
The only
somewhere
time they did
nearby.
anything special, like what you're talking about, Kruger, was Russo would be involved.
Is there any other geography around that could function as like a hideout? Like if you go far enough down the coast, west or east, is there going to be more craggy caves, or maybe like some sort of natural structure?
Not that you know of. I
I
mean,
think
west
Belt of Bones.
is the town. East, you're talking, along the shoreline, 10 days travel to the next town. 10 days by foot or so.
I can't imagine they're anything but unsubtle. If we find the right direction, I'm sure we'll find a trail. If we find no trail, then they likely went the other way. If we had the means to do so, and the people who knew the first thing about tracking, unfortunately not something I pursued, then maybe we could scout out both and then meet back.
I feel like it is a lost cause. Those two meant nothing. If they turned up dead, Russo and Thom would think nothing of it.
Are you sure? This is currently our best lead at the moment.
Am I
Hildford.
sure, Zogan?
Sorry, I'm trying to nibble the chocolate off my generic co-host. Most of the crew's that way. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's loyalty, but if one dies in a fight or something, they don't really care. There's always more to be had.
Russo cared little for his slaves and barely more for the crew.
Basically,
Same.
yeah.
Same holds true of Thom.
Todd?
You call him captain.
The dude, no such
Todd?
thing.
TODD and TOM?
THOM.
Different people.
Oh. I don't know. They all look like.
Ass.
Definitely a T word. Klaatu, Barakta, Tom.
Tennis.
Dread Pirate Thom is the captain of that vessel, Russo being the first mate.
Hey, did you call him
Todd.
the Dread Pirate Thong? Wow. That's just imagery I got there, buddy.
Todd is an insignificant insect.
So what then would you want to do then? What do you think is a good next step?
Well, the next step would probably be finding somewhere to spend the night because Kruger's probably too drunk to do much more than that. He keeps drinking; he'll probably be passing out soon.
He's had a
And I don't
function
think
or
you
worse.
guys will have. I don't think you guys can easily drag his carcass somewhere.
Well, if that is it then perhaps we should get some sleep. I know I'm relatively spent after today's antics. A few tinctures left. I got a couple of skin stitch salves.
Mm.
What is that? Is that healing?
That's the one that gives you a critical success on a treat wounds
Ah.
/ battle medicine.
I mean, everyone in the party is wounded.
Right.
Some more than others.
Down 10%.
Did you two find anything else of interest while you were looking around?
Did I notice anything else of interest when I was looking around, Zargan? Points of interest, interesting looking shops. They don't have like an
Not
Alchemies
really.
R Us, right?
No, they do not. A lot of the business you guys would want to be involved, possibly dealing with, is probably by word of mouth / go see Jim, and he, is not like a shop. So for right now, you guys probably don't have access to anything like that because you're new here. Most of the shops are like basic gear, and then like stuff for like ships. If you want to buy, cargo, like bunch of wheat or tons of rope and stuff like that, basic trade goods and stuff, yeah, there's all kinds of places to buy that stuff.
Should buy tons of rope, make a giant net to drop on the dead meat when it comes into port.
Out of the sky.
But without having a ship, you really have no way to transport anything like that.
If anybody asks, we're just setting up to fish whales.
That's illegal here, sir. Kill them!
We're not doing it here. We're doing it out in the ocean.
We own the ocean. Oceans are us.
I would like 1 ocean, please.
4,000 gold, please.
Well,
It's pretty cheap for an ocean.
And they'll give you a piece of paper that says, "This ocean is mine." That's exactly what it says, too.
Just like the stars.
I can't say I really saw anything that piqued my interest. This place is more of what I would expect. I was hoping to find an odd gem here and there, and maybe there is, but I wasn't looking for that.
At least we know that the dead meat docks here.
This is true. Perhaps we could have a way to check in from time to time, see if anybody catches wind of them coming in. I can't imagine.
That's 2 ports, where the dead meat docks.
Mm-hmm.
Here and Port Kerr. K-I-R. Which is to the east.
If that is it, then perhaps we should find some room. Do they have rooms here, or is this just a tavern?
This is just a bar.
Maybe we should
It
find
would
a
not
place
be
to
hard
crash.
to find some, a place to stay. There's some hostels around.
Our whole party's not here, so we can't venture forth. We must gather them.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
I'm just gonna assume Val has just wandered off, and so did the druid.
They're gonna have some buddy cop adventures while we're gone.
A little two-man solo thing to bring him back up to speed.
They just go to the character bag of holding.
Galgrim saw another bear walking around, so he went off to talk to him. Kind of like a C-3PO did in Return in the Hoth one, the second movie, and ran to the stormtroopers.
Now it's time to finish off the bear Glizik. He's all seen another one.
He saw a sea bear.
Except don't kill it. Don't kill it physically. Kill it emotionally. Tell it's cheating on him with other bears.
I charm the bear and make it mine instead, so it likes me better than Galgrim.
All right, we're gonna stop it here. It's 10 o'clock. It's a good stopping spot, and we can discuss our topics.
Our topics. Bring forth before the council.
Yes.
All right, first topic is schedules for the holidays. Fridays are not anything special. I mean, last year it was Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, so that's why we didn't do nothing last year for those who were playing then. This year we don't have that issue, but it's also a Friday night during the holiday season. So I don't know if people have stuff planned. Fable was supposed to find out from his wife on Wednesday what his plans were. I don't know if he did that or not because he's kind of a slacker.
People haven't gotten back to me.
Wow. Okay, Mystic. Whatever. So does anyone know of issues they have with the next couple Fridays? I'm not saying stuff won't pop up, especially for us married folks. Friday at 6 o'clock. Hey, by the way, so and so's coming over tonight, or we're going here. I go, what? Huh? It's happened to us all. Except maybe Bio. He's still kind of young.
Not from a lack of people trying. Mystic's invited me to shit that he knows I'm have games on.
Friday the 9th, I should be fine. We're gonna have company over because we're gonna hit Hollywood Studios on the 10th. but I'm hoping that they'll just spend the night so we can hit the parks first thing in the morning. But I should be able to play just fine. They'll just also be here in the background behind me.
Oh, that's fine. We could yell at them too.
Well, you'll be in headphones, so they won't really hear you much.
That don't
Just
matter.
If
I'll
we
still
yell
yell
loud
louder.
enough, they'll still hear us.
We'll
but
know
I
we're
should be
getting.
fine on
We'll know we're
Fridays,
getting good if Naughty's ears start bleeding.
right? It just comes out my nose for the noise.
Yeah. So what? It's the 9th, the 16th, 23rd, and then the 30th.
30th, yep.
As
So
far as
Good.
I know, I should be fine because it should
Yeah,
be
same
business as
same
usual.
here.
I should be fine with all those.
The
Okay.
30th will be hard for me because the next day, so Ashley's brother and sister, as well as their spouses and their children, are all going to be here, and they're leaving the next day. So I don't think I could pull off the 30th. So I think I'll be gone then.
Okay.
The 23rd, slightly iffy because her mom will be in town, but she'll be in town for like 5 or 6 days. So I think I could pull off.
Blow her off. Yeah.
But that all depends on when my family decides to do Christmas, since Ashley's family is going to be here, and my sister is as bad as texting people back as I am. So
All right. Well, as you find out, throw it up in at least to me, if not just in the channel in general.
Yeah.
I need to confirm with Ishii what his plans are. He hasn't really said. Personally, I think he's a little bit depressed at the moment, but from what he's told me,
It's been real scarce. I've noticed lately. Like,
yeah, I
he's
told him
been
if he needed anyone to talk to, I told him most of us would be available, because I was thinking most of us, except for maybe like Mystic. But I don't think he ever would talk to one of us about something like that. But so hopefully he'll be back. Other than I'm not sure on that. And the Mystic, you never know with Mystic.
bit of a wild card, Mystic, but he always has been.
Oh, I know. I mean, he bitches and whines about his character, and then I go out of my way to talk to him about how can I help him enjoy the game more and stuff. Well, he's not feeling well, which is fine, and he'll get back to me, and that was like 2 weeks ago. So
I watched a video on Geomancers because this guy's doing like archetype videos for all of them, so I'm just
yeah,
kind of listening to him. And I'm like, wait, this actually sounds really fucking cool. He hasn't done any of this.
I thought it was cool.
The freaking desert like shift thing alone is like fatigue on a fireball. Yes, please.
Oh, I thought it was cool. I know, but the ones I picked for all you guys, I thought were kind of cool, but all that stuff can be changed. So
Yep, definitely changing medic to runic warrior.
there you go. You don't need to change it. You can just add it. I mean, what the hell? You have enough medic stuff. You're fine.
I think I need to get one more thing out of Dandy before I can choose another one.
Oh, maybe that's the one you're stuck on.
Yeah, because there's a couple of them that like needed level 7, I think.
Yeah.
And also, I haven't really gotten a whole lot of use out of Dandy yet. It's just been kind of like the boost to the 2 skills at the beginning have been the best thing out of it, and that's just the dedication.
Yeah. Well, Danny's more of a social thing, so
Yeah. Which I assume will come into play a little bit more later. I did get to spread a rumor a couple of times.
You did.
ooh,
Stop saying bad stuff about me.
Never.
I wish. I still want to use my champion thing of people's fright level can't go below 1 when near me.
Well, that's a combat related thing, so
No, people can be frightened out of combat.
yeah, but
I'm going to show you with my fear spell.
all right. So that's the one thing I wanted to discuss. The other thing I had on my topics was upcoming downtime.
Yeah.
The only one I know that had very pressing issues was Krugen. I've spoken with him some. I know everyone at one time or another has made comments about not having money for downtime, and then up to making a small comment or just flat out bitching about not having money for downtime because they spent their money differently than they didn't have enough money for downtime. It's like, okay, well, when you spend it all on a magic item, you don't have money left.
all the
Um,
time.
I mean, but now that you guys have some cash, I did. Oh, I don't think I kept that paper, but it's roughly 500 gold each out of the Dragon Horde split.
I was about to
I
say
know that
how,
may not that.
how much.
I don't know if
but,
that sounds like a lot or not.
I might need to go through the bag and see if there's anything to sell off too.
But that's just
I don't
cash.
think there was, but
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in the bag.
There's like a potency rune we need to move,
Yeah, I
a
was
couple
gonna
things that we need to identify. Like,
I was gonna say I don't know if there's anything we want to just straight sell or someone didn't want to use.
There's the battle axe with the potency rune.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a weapon potency.
There's
right?
a long spear
Yeah.
with some sort of runes on it.
I think we're pretty much full up on those for people who actually use weapons, right?
There's a lockpick in there that's unidentified. There's that necklace unidentified. There's a
the
ring
necklace of
unidentified.
fireballs.
So you got like three or four items in there plus the battle axe. Because the spear was never identified. I think people tried, but they just failed.
I think we failed the spear pretty hard.
Yeah, I think 2 people tried it and they both rolled bad.
We're just like, fuck it, we'll do it later, and then forgot about it.
Your dragon blood's in the party inventory.
Yeah. I gotta use that pretty quick. I don't know how long that's gonna keep.
It'll keep for a while. I have not added your dragon bits and pieces, Naughty, because I had questions that you clarified this evening or whatever. Then I'll add that into there.
Just for giggles, how many people would we divide in the party loot money by right now? 6?
Right now is 6.
Yeah, I would assume 6 just because that's like the loot that Zargan put together while 6 of us were definitely playing.
Yeah, then if Valus drops out, then I'll remove him. Once we split that, I'll remove him from the party sheet, and then when I split it, it'll go by 5, provided Mystic's still around, depending on his school.
Divided by 6 in the chat is what it would be, and that's not counting like money we have to spend to turn copper into gold, silver into gold, and platinum into gold.
Correct.
Just so you have a value system of how much it is.
Some people will take copper for like a lot of stuff, but some places, hey, I'm gonna buy 10 gold and I'm gonna pay you copper. No.
Yeah, it's like those people are like, "Oh, we'll play pennies," and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's legal tender, and it's like,
I still have the right to deny a purchase because fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Correct. And it also depends on how much you're spending too. If you're spending 400 gold and part of your money is silver and copper, they're more likely to take it than if you want to pay 10 gold and pay it all in copper. Because unlike D&D, at least I'm not sure about 5th edition, the average person makes a couple gold a day or a week for unskilled people in Pathfinder. So gold's not as much as other systems it would be.
It's not far off from D&D though. At least in that, the base peasant pay anyway, commoner.
The staff money's already added in to that list, Glizzic.
Okay, is there anything else we'd be missing yet?
Cash-wise, no. But other than items.
That's fine. And I'm sure throughout the week or whatever, too, we can talk about it in Discord if anyone had any questions about stuff for the items in the party or whatever, too. Maybe we'll do a screen capture so we can do that, too.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I should do that.
I'll just toss it into that.
Yep. Yeah, so it's roughly 400. It's probably not that much money, but Lizzie put in there because when you just add it all up and divide, it comes out even. But it won't be quite like you'll have some gold, silver, and copper left over that won't divide evenly. But roughly 480 gold each before you count items.
That's a lot of alcohol.
Remember, back in town, you're not allowed to drink unsupervised.
Hasn't been a month yet.
A 10-year-old butt can always supervise you.
Heck, not since your downtime, no.
Can watch you.
Is it only a month?
I don't know. Threw that shit away.
I know you did.
Right into the fire.
That happened like in April. That's a long time ago. It's fine.
Let me pull it up and see what I put on there. Up. For me to know and Kruger to sometime one day find out.
If I remember correctly, weapon potency are exclusively for weapons, right? You can't put it on armor to be an armor potency.
Correct.
Okay. Since I don't use a weapon, I need to look at my armor next. I need to figure
Armor
out.
potency is much higher level than
Yeah.
weapon.
It's a lot
Yeah.
more expensive.
I gotta figure out if I'm gonna stay with this freaking studded leather that I can't shake the penalty for another 2 ability score improvements worth of levels.
Jeez.
I need 12, and I'm currently at strength 8.
Someone get this guy a girdle giant strength.
Yeah, that'd be a waste. Give it to the spellcaster.
Just think about how good he'll be able to throw his potions.
Or his stuff. You're throwing
That's
like Josh
that's
Allen in no time.
dexterity based.
Just make your potions bigger; it'll eventually become strength based.
Just throwing cauldrons.
Yeah, cauldrons.
I mean, money-wise, overall, you guys have decent amount of money if you count your gear.
I don't.
So our healer Donkey Kong over here throwing barrels. People just and crack open and spill healing potions on them.
There's a feat to throw healing elixirs. It makes them
he
worse,
could do,
but
he could do that.
D&D 3.5 edition, so you go from throw anything to throw everything.
No, that's not the alchemist. That is the Kruger.
These are actually the names of the feats. Fable.
put the bandolier of potions
If-
on him, and who could tell the
If
difference?
that stupid dragon turtle would have lived another round, I literally would have tried to throw that fucker. Wouldn't
Let's
have done
see.
anything, but I would have wanted to do it just because I could.
So remember, it's hard to do that shit in water.
Yeah, I think it only goes like half as far as the range increments when
I
you
don't
throw
care.
shit.
I don't
Let's
care.
see. A young red dragon is challenge rating 10. Definitely within you guys' ability.
I can grapple that bitch too.
It is only large.
I don't even need Titan Wrestler to grapple that bitch.
Did we lose a naughty? Oh no, he has turned his camera off.
I just turned off the camera.
I feel like though grappling a dragon comes with a danger.
Yeah.
Not that you can't grapple it, but that Draconic Fury ability seems rough.
I'm gonna grapple it.
It doesn't care.
I didn't get to grapple a dragon with Bob, so now I have to grapple a dragon with Kruger.
An adult red dragon is CR 14.
We just had to settle with a freaking Priestess of Loth
And a purple worm
and a purple worm.
that I dragged out of its hole.
I'm pretty sure you were getting close to being able to do it with that Shadow Dragon too.
I did
Ancient
grapple
red
it
dragon
at
is
least.
19.
Yeah, I don't think you got to throw it.
I didn't throw it. I was just gonna ride it into the ground, but somebody killed it first. I still rode it into the ground if I remember correctly.
The weirdest damn thing too is you guys didn't go after that treasure.
You guys never look for treasure.
That's my shaman's responsibility.
You guys missed a lot of shit. Ancient gold dragon's 20.
Oh, it's only a 20 in this?
CR 20? Yeah.
Mhm.
CR20 is a lot scarier than a CR20 in 5th edition.
A CR 20 is designed for 4 to 5 level 20 people kited out.
Yeah, not
Let's
the
see
way
how hard. Let's
not-
see.
not the way like a 5th edition where it's like a medium encounter for 4
Yeah.
people at that level.
Well, no, it would be it probably wouldn't be a hard encounter because it's your level. Let's see. Its initiative is plus 36. That's also, it might be going first.
But it's also not the oldest one in Pathfinder.
There's something older
it's-
than ancient in Pathfinder?
I think there's an
I think
ancient
there's
worm.
worms or something. I don't have those.
Ooh.
I don't have those books yet, but yeah.
They used to
Let's
be, that's how it
see.
used to be in D&D too, is like worms and great worms and
Second
ancient worms.
edition was that way, but then they got rid of it.
I think they were
Kruger,
still
what do
around
you
in 3rd.
what do you need to hit an AC 46?
An AC 46?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, you'd be 20th level too at that time. So
No, I mean like right. right now. Can you even hit that?
If I hit a nat 20, it would be a regular success because I would have a regular failure up to a success.
Nice.
You said AC 40. You said
46.
46. Yeah, it would have to be a natural 20.
Wait, what? Sorry, I thought you said fortitude.
No, to hit it to like.
Oh, to
attack
hit?
it.
Yeah, I mean it's still the same thing, but
Yeah, at level you guys could kill this thing at level 20. I have no doubt you'll shoot right through it.
What's it
'Cause
weak to?
I don't know. I didn't close it. What's your plus to hit right now? Like 19, Kruger? 17?
18, I think.
Yeah. So add 20 to that. That's well, add 12. So that's plus 30. So you would need a 16 or higher to hit it.
Well, I think it would
Without
actually
Sorry,
be a
it's a
any gear.
17.
I think it would be a plus 14 because he'll be.
Without any gear or any skill changes or
He would
magic
be-
items, yeah.
He would be master proficiency by that point,
Would he?
right?
I'm pretty
I don't
sure.
know.
I
Maybe
think
even
monks get
legendary.
master. I don't think monks ever get legendary
No.
unarmed strikes.
I think only fighters get legendary.
It's only
gun-
2 more.
Fighters and gunslingers, I mean. Yeah, that plus 2 makes a difference.
It does.
You want to crit all the time, play a fighter or a gunslinger.
Well, crits actually mean something in this game.
Yeah. It's not just a plus to hit, it's a plus to crit and protection from a critical miss.
Yep. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have
I-
any worms in here, but I think there are a bunch of them that are above 20.
Yeah, I never get legendary strikes. They stop at master at 13th level. At 19th level, I do get perfected form, where it says, and I quote, "You have purged incompetence from your techniques. On your first strike of your turn, if you roll lower than 10, treat the attack as if it was a 10."
A Baylor's level 20.
You mean
Which means
Anul's
pit
final
fiend.
form?
Which means a Pit Fiend probably is too. Yep, a Pit Fiend's level 20.
AC 45.
46. Are you
Sorry, I
done?
was looking at Ancient Red Dragon.
Oh.
Let's see. I definitely want to get this Wyvern Poison reversed engineered. Because that's some nasty poison.
Yeah.
So if I add 12, 14 because of that, I'll be at a plus 31 to hit against a dragon, which is 45.
So you need
Yeah, that's still
14 or
within
better.
reach. Yeah.
Stage 3 is 8d6 extra poison.
And then you start talking about putting debuffs and all that other shit on them.
Yep.
It's doable.
So next week we will play. We will probably not do much downtime stuff next week. I'm assuming you guys are going to head back to town.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I feel like Kruga's willing to park this for another day when we got a better lead.
You need to work on going up to beat the shit out of another monk.
You can do that during downtime.
Yeah. Probably will.
So basically, you guys need to start working on what you want to do for downtime and figure out how long you want. That'd be a good discussion in Discord, so Mystic can jump in too.
He doesn't read it. We're gonna have to do it in person next session.
I know, but
well, like he's
I
gonna
mean-
be like the big factor because he's the one who has to like retrain all of his shit.
I know, and it's all my fault, you know.
If there are requests for any alchemical stuff that I know that I usually make for you, like if you want extra quicksilvers or whatnot, let me know. I can make them, and I picked up a feat that lets me make 2 batches in the same time frame. I gotta pay the same, so I might have to help you, help me pay for that, but I can make you your own personal like freaking stash of quicksilver.
Yeah, they don't cost any cheaper, but you can make twice as many.
Yeah, I can make 8 in the same time it would take.
Time is money, friend.
It's like Blizzard can make 6 potions at a time.
Yeah.
I still have to pay for them, but yeah, I can make more.
It's the same thing.
But it still only lasts a day, or
Nope, they last forever. It's
No, these are
it's
permanent
the
ones that you
regular
just keep in your
crafting.
pocket.
Yeah, it's the ones you
stuff
gotta
that
pay
gave
for
me,
and spend time crafting.
the ones that you gave me money for are like that. They last for until you use them.
And to be honest, if you wanted to, you could spend. They cost a minimum of half the price.
Yep.
And in 4 days, you spend half, and then you make a decision whether to keep working on them to lower the price, to lower what you owe yet, or you want them done now, and you pay the rest.
Spend
So
more
they
time.
can be half the price each, but
Yeah.
he needs 7 or 8 days to make them.
So
That's how they make money.
They're really efficient in that regard. If we've got the time, which again loops back to it's going to be important for Galgrim to tell us how much time he needs to retrain a shit ton of stuff. Because I can use
without
that.
knowing what he needs to retrain, I don't know what the hell, how long it'll be.
And based on what I talked to him about, it'll probably be at least 2 months of downtime just for his retrain.
God damn.
I think it's retrain with a little bit of extra time for some shenanigans, if I recall correctly. But yeah, but at the very least, it's going to be a month, maybe a month and a half. But that's going to be a better conversation for him. With, like I said, probably won't respond until the session happens, and he's like, "Wait, what conversation?"
If we constantly ping him, he won't ignore that. Well, he will probably ignore it, but
he IM'd me this morning at 4 a.m. or whatever it is, saying, "Hey, I don't know if we're playing tonight, but I might have to work," even though I put in channel on Tuesday that we were playing. When I saw that this morning, I did not. I started to type a reply, and then I deleted it because I was not nice.
Well, I think he doesn't really pay attention to anything that doesn't specifically tag him.
But it's the same whether it's a here or or him. It pops up with a little red 1.
Yeah, but it
looks the same.
He ignores those. But if it's got his tag on it, it does a little Badoop on his phone. He actually gets the message.
I mean, the at here still does the Badoop too.
Yeah, because
unless you have that suppressed specifically.
Yeah, private channel does that too. Because I've IM'd him and he replied from work before. But it's just like, dude, do you not pay attention to any of the fucking public channels?
I mean, he doesn't pay attention in session either, so you have to call his name, even though he just said something. Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't even do it.
Well, no, if you say Galgrom, he doesn't reply, but if you say Mystic, he's like, huh?
So start making your list, and if you have questions, you can send me, your questions in your private channels, and I can try to answer them at least, somewhat ahead of time. I have some stuff to do for you guys to do when you get back to town, and then we can then we'll have some time, maybe some time next Friday to start downtime stuff, like just finish discussing it and so forth. But then, like before, it would be nice just to do downtimes as a group, like we did before. I thought that worked out pretty good. I thought you guys had a good time with it.
It's fun seeing what people are up to.
If I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know. I think my dog just farted because it stinks real bad.
They are good little shit factories.
Unless I did and I didn't realize it. I mean, I don't think I'm that old yet.
Let's see. We did not level tonight, so I won't worry about that.
No, you did not level tonight.
I was like, maybe I could start making some of the. No, wait, we didn't level yet. I already know what I want to pick for, level 9.
Well, good. Keep track of it. I have your level 9. What you get to pick from? So I try to stay 2 levels ahead of you guys. I have a notepad with each of you and what, like feat. You get this feat, that feat, what powers, and so forth. But if the party drops down from 6 to 4, like it might, your guys' combat ability is gonna change a lot.
We've got all the base roles. We got a frontliner, we got a roguey type, we've got a wizardy caster, and we've got a support.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying, instead of having 2, spell attackers and mystic, you're gonna have 1 spell attacker.
1 spell attacker, save the 2 cantrip batteries.
But it'll be a little weird if it drops that down to 4. I don't know if it will or not, because I'll have to make some adjustments. Because I'm just finally starting to get used to 6, and now it's changing.